Welcome in. We are live. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully your day went better than mine. It was just a catastrophe after the next. I mean, nothing serious and major. It was all sewing related, but it was just nothing seemed to be working for me at all today. I finally got one project finished, and then I was like, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to start a new project. And I go to print it out, and the printer settings were wrong, and I had to reprint like 40 sheets. I was just like, ah. So, anyways, that's how my day went. So I took a break, and I came back, and I was like, you know what? I need to just chill out and to relax and have a good time tonight. So hopefully, everyone else is having a better day. And I forgot to turn on show my camera going on. I gotta turn off my Facebook. I'm getting messages over there. So a few things tonight. I have a couple of games I do want to try. Here we go. So I got this one. I think this could be fun. Just some Jeopardy cards. And don't worry, I'll take the backdrop down, but I don't really want to be looking at my sewing stuff right now because I'm very angry with it. So, and then I have this game that my neighbor gave me. Never heard of it. It's called Humor in a Box. And it is the game of things. So things people do when no one is looking. So I don't know if there's any real winners. It says 4 or more players. So we're just going to be reading the cards out, and people can respond, and we will get a chuckle. So, hey, Nicole. Oh, thank you. I was trying out a few different backgrounds tonight. So for some reason, I use... I'm really pink tonight, so I've been struggling with the camera. It wouldn't work, and it wouldn't work at all last week. And then I had to reinstall the XSplit software. So that's the software I use with my webcam. I had to reinstall it because it was not working. And so then it started working. But then I'm struggling again with the camera settings. For some reason, it's fine. And then otherwise, I end up being a little too... I'm very pink, so maybe I'll play with the white balance a little bit. Is that better? I just look really flushed, and I'm not this flushed in real life. At least I don't think so. Maybe I'll pull the saturation down a little bit. Oh, that looks better. Is that better? Okay, I think that's better. So, hey, Nicole, thank you. Welcome in. What a pain in the butt. Today has just been one pain in the butt after the next. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break. I went down, got my daughter her dinner. I was just going to sit there with her. And then I realized, oh, I got to go and wash the dishes and everything. Aw, thanks, Nicole. And then Dexter was sitting under the table. And so she was petting him with her foot while she's eating. And then she stopped petting him, and he started growling because he wanted her to keep petting him. And she was like, no, you don't get to growl at me if you stop petting me. So then he decided to try and jump up on her. And that is a big no-no while we're eating. You're not allowed, he's not allowed to, you can be under the table and quiet, but you are not allowed to interact with us while we're eating. That's just, nope, hard pass. So I kick him out of the kitchen. The little turd has figured out how to get through the gate. Yeah. Hey, Monica, welcome in. So tomorrow's video, I am part of actually, I should pop it up on the screen. I did have it behind me, but then I thought, well, people could be confused because it's not my logo, but I am part of the Southern Roots by Sherry candy collab. So it's a candy Christmas. My video is December 9th, so it's coming out tomorrow morning. I think I have it scheduled for 8 a.m. And there are some fun outtakes. So I was playing around with different backgrounds. So do you like this one or the wood one better? Let me know. Let me know which one you like better. So I have this one. Then I had this one, but it looks kind of like I'm just sitting in a watering can. And then I have Butchart Gardens. I could just be sitting here in Butchart Gardens, which is one of my favorite places in the world. It is so stunningly gorgeous. Love Butchart Gardens. Or I could be out here pretending like I'm potting stuff up. So I don't know which one. Hey, David, welcome in. Man of the hour. Hey, G Mama, how are you doing tonight? Ella, she always has the funnest little emojis. She just always makes you feel when she comes into your chat or when she says hi to you in someone else's chat. She just feels like she's just so genuinely excited to see you. Her enthusiasm always seems to come through her channel. So, oh my goodness, everyone's popping in. How are you doing tonight? So we have G Mama, we have Nicole, we have David Gray, we have Monica Katie. I think Nightbot should be in here. So if you want to click the link button, it should drop your link. You're voting for Butchart Gardens. All right, we're gonna go with Butchart Gardens for a bit, and then we can change it up. I was looking for just the candy canes, and I didn't have like just a candy cane backdrop. And by the time I got the camera the software actually up and running and reinstalled, I was like, okay, I don't have time to go looking for it. Maybe next week I'll have a more festive background. But I'm wearing my Lazy Days Ahead shirt, repping the merch. I am going to have a hopefully fun merch commercial and or video coming out soon. But so far it's just in my head. And I don't know if I'll be able to pull off what I want to pull off. We shall see. If you never see a video about that, you'll know it did not go as planned. Oh, anytime. Hey, you know what? You're welcome to come up here on my live tonight if you want. If you want to, practice a little bit. You did it before. You did just fine. But yeah, if you need help setting it up or anything like that, for sure. I recommend not ever using just YouTube. I tried doing a live. I just thought, I'll just pop in and do a live with just YouTube, just because I didn't need any of the fancy features of StreamYard. It was a disaster. Like, there's no features. You have no controls on YouTube. Like, there's no settings. Like, I would never, unless I absolutely had to, I would never not go live with another streaming service. Like, I use StreamYard, but there's other different ones out there. So the setup, yeah, sure thing. Let me know. Let me know when you need to go. So on my, I just realized I forgot. I don't know if I have it in here even. My mail call item. I had it. Oh my God. It's one of those days. It's just the whole thing has been. Oh no, it's right here. Is this it? This is it. Okay. So I have 2 items to talk about in my mail call. The first one came from Garden State Gardener. So Joe over there. And this was my winnings from the just like the regular Sunday night Wheel of Seeds winnings. And that is the watermelon beefsteak. Doesn't that look delicious? I never heard of it. And I wasn't sure how many large tomatoes I'm going to do next year, but I definitely want to try this one. It says that it's an indeterminate, a super sweet 1800s heirloom that has the flavor and color that is reminiscent of watermelon. The medium to large beefsteaks weigh about 1 to 2 pounds each and are born in profusion on 4 to 5 foot plants. Super prolific, easy to grow, and mighty fine flavor. 4 to 5 foot plants. I did not see that. So, okay, but most of like my indeterminates can get like 15 feet tall. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Danny came in on. She must have heard the tomato seeds. That's how you lure Danny into your live. Woo! You just flashed tomato seeds, and she can't resist. Yes. So that was from Joe, and I also won. Okay, I won't spoil the surprise, but actually, so far I've won 2 other giveaways that are going on this week as well. And then, yeah, it's a very manageable size, but it says indeterminate, so I don't know if I believe that. Yeah, we'll see. I'll put it in a place that it can find its way to go do what it is. And the other was not a mail call, it was an email call, and our good friend David Gray sent me a gift card for MI Gardener, and I opened the email yesterday. I was like, what? So that was very unexpected and so sweet. So in a little bit, we're going to go pop on over to MI Gardener and do a little shopping if everyone wants to do that. So thank you again, David. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah. You can be summoned. I have those from. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that'll be cool. See if they have the same information on there. So Yeah, we're gonna be popping on over there. Like I said earlier, today has just been a absolute disaster of a day for my crafting. And like I've done so many projects this year. I've done 4 different quilts for Christmas, 5 this year together. I've made coats, I've made nightgowns, I've made a ton of pajamas. Like everything is just I've been sewing and everything's just been going really, really, I have a few things here and there, no problems. And then today, the neckline on one of the patterns I'm testing, she decided to widen the collar, so I had to take it off and redo it, which is fine. But then I went through all the steps. I got it all ready to reattach, and I realized that I had sewn the pattern upside down. So I had upside down owls in 2 layers of fleece. And if you've ever had to try to seam rip fleece, it is brutal because the stitching gets so tight down inside the fluffy fleece. It's an absolute nightmare. Then I tried printing out some patterns and the printer wasn't working right. They got all messed up. I had to reprint. It's just one thing after the next. So I was just like, you know what? Fine. I'm going to go relax, help my daughter, give her dinner, relax for a little bit. And then Dexter was just a nightmare. Wouldn't stop coming into the kitchen, wouldn't stay out, I'm just like, okay, you know what? I came up here early and then the camera wasn't working. So I had to reinstall the software. So yay. I'm like, okay, I need some retail therapy for sure. Hey, Scott, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? So yeah, it's just been one of those days. And I guess it kind of had to happen. Yes, thank you. Everything was going just way too well today. Oh, Danny is looking for the seed packet for the same ones because mine we're confused by the directions because it says indeterminate and then it says 4 to 5 foot plants. So she says she has the same ones from MI Gardener, so she's going to see if it says the same thing on the back. I don't know. So then Dexter has apparently decided he's figured out how to get through the gate. So when I did my candy video, which we filmed the other night, and actually that was a disaster too. Everything went wrong that evening as well. We sit down to start filming it and we get a phone call. My daughter forgot that she'd been invited over to a friend's birthday party and they're like wondering why she's not there. So I was like, so we had to pause what we were doing. I had to go drop her off at the birthday party, then wait for her to come back. And I was just like, really? And then Dexter kept breaking into the kitchen while we were trying to film. And so there are some outtakes. The outtakes are pretty funny. Basically it's just me like glaring at the camera, wanting to just scream. But yeah, it's it's been a week. And this morning it started off good. I woke up, I had my coffee, we had a nice breakfast, I got some stuff done, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna go finish that one little collar. It won't take me long, it'll be really quick. And then just everything just kind of unrolled from there. Welcome in, Hudson. How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming. So yeah, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna turn it around. We're gonna have some fun tonight. So first off, I'm gonna just do a couple of these cards. So I don't know if anyone's ever played this game before. I didn't really read the directions, so I don't know how you actually play it as a game. Like, I don't know how you tell if someone wins. But basically, it's called Humor in a Box. And basically, it's just kind of funny musing. So you ask a question, and then you just kind of write into the chat something funny. So I'm just going to grab a stack of them and pinch myself with it. All right. Okay. So first one up, I will make sure they're appropriate. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. Things you notice about yourself as you get older. Not that any of us in here are aging. Okay. That's interesting. It's weird that Baker Creek would say that if it's not right. Hey, GT, welcome in. I gotta switch it back over here so I can pop the answers up. What is GT's noticing as he gets older? Shoveling's not as much fun as it used to be, eh? Waddling like a penguin. Wrinkles, wrinkles, wrinkles. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm getting my postage boxes ready for tomorrow. Hey, no worries. No worries. You got a lot of postage to take care of, Scott. Just nice to see you pop in. Yeah, for me, things I notice about myself as I get older. Um, I'm getting more forgetful, that's for sure. Like just forgetting where I set something down, sagging. Certain parts are not working like certain parts are supposed to be working. Yeah. Yeah. You know, not being able to laugh, cough, sneeze without having to like clench. That's fun. Arms flapping like wings, aches and pains. All right, next question. Oh no. Apparently we're going on the same line. Things that confirm you are losing your memory. What did I just say? Indeterminate. Okay. Big enough to make a meal for the whole family? One tomato? How big is your family? I had to borrow someone's snowblower. Oh no. Can't find your keys. There you go. Yeah, I find I'll be like going through the house and you're carrying some stuff and I'll set something down and then I go later. I'm like, where did I put that? Although in my defense, the last 2 times that that's happened and I thought of losing my mind because I cannot find it. And I'm like, I know I just set it here. One time the kid came home from school and set her backpack right on top of it. And the other time I had something I just set on the railing. And then I'm like, where is it? I know I just had it. And she came home from school and put her coat over it on the railing. So both the times they were camouflaged. The place I checked said they were huge and sprawling. Oh no. Repeating myself. There you go. More brain farts. Yep. All right, here we go. Things that seem to take an eternity. Ooh. I'm going to say waiting for seeds to sprout. Waiting for people to comment and like on a video. You'd be sitting there staring at that screen, refresh. Payday. The work day to be over. Yes. This will be fun. Things you shouldn't do on vacation. Germinating seeds? Yeah, don't be doing that on vacation. No. Determinant. Yeah, I am really leaning, and I was always I'm an indeterminate kind of gal. I don't like the idea of determinants or hybrids or blah 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 blah. But honestly, these heirloom and indeterminants, they've been getting out of hand in my tiny little garden. So I am moving towards more of the dwarf. Do not work on your laptop on vacation, right? No answering work phone calls, things you shouldn't do on vacation. Don't take nudes. Never. You know what? Might seem like a good idea at the time. It is not, never. And I am not speaking from experience, just saying. Oh, wow. Well, we're safe on that part. 1, because I don't think I'll ever be able to afford to go to Bali. And 2, I'm already married and I'll probably would go with my husband, but don't wear pants. Hey, Generational Homestead, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Don't wear pants. What? Things not to do on vacation. Well, exactly. Go somewhere where you can just wear shorts the whole time. Don't spend too much money. Very good. Don't buy all of your gifts for people at the airport on the way back because you forgot. They will know. You can always tell an airport gift. Always. Don't look at the time. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do one more and then we're going to get shopping. Ooh, things you this could take a turn. Things you shouldn't do at the dinner table. Ooh. Let Dexter into the kitchen. Things you shouldn't do at the dinner table. Be on your phone. Blow your nose. Pick your nose. A lot of things going on with noses. Gossip. Ooh. Well, what else are you going to do at the dinner table, David? They are. You must be sick. A lot of those colds going around. Oh, amen. 100%. I am with you on that one. Yes. That is so. That or like the squeaking with the fork, like when you accidentally cut and scrape. Oh, yeah, that's depressing. That's one way to lose half your table group. Burp. Yep. Your table is buried. Hey, Katrina, welcome in. How are you doing? Well, Katrina's sister, not Katrina, Katrina's sister. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Yeah. So, okay, that's kind of fun. I'll put those aside for now. And then we're going to do some seed shopping. So honestly, I don't know exactly what we're going to be looking at tonight. What is going to strike my fancy? Okay, so let me see if I can remember how to do this. I'll share my screen. Allow. Oh, he's got a beautiful garden planter. That's nice. Oh, yeah, or the teeth. When people scrape their fork on their teeth, it's like, oh, he's got a nice website. Those peppers look good. What are those? Orange cayenne. Those are pretty. Oh, I wonder if he has those little tiny. I was just going to say, don't let me buy any tomato or pepper seeds. And then the first thing, look the. We've all been there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Proper taper manners are really big. There's those little tiny round ahi something or other peppers. They're supposed to be like the world's most expensive pepper, and Slava has them. So let me see if they have them. No, they have the ahi lemon drop. Ooh, those look good. I had the ahi. What did I have? I had the Fandango or something like that. Yes. Chew with your mouth open. Hey, Brave. I was combining Barb and Brownlee, and it came out Babe. Hey, babe. Welcome in, Barb. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, I think that's the one. I'm not even going to try and repeat that. Charapita? Oh, you're going to try and grow your own jicama. Nice. No peppers. Thank you. But these look good. Lemon, fruity, tangy, grow up to 2 inches long, rare, Scoville heat. So these are like edible. I was kind of in the whole, let's grow all these super, super hot peppers 2 years ago. And then it's like, I still have a ton of them dried. Like you just I cannot go through that many. So I do not need to go and order that many. Okay. So, no tomatoes and no peppers, right? Let's start with flowers because flowers are pretty much my favorite. Ooh, edible flowers. So I know I need some borage because, it didn't go very well. So we are adding that to cart right now. I know I needed some of that. Let's see what else. Mexican mint. This looks interesting. Okay, let me know if you need the, I can make it larger. A flowering perennial herb. Oh, that's scary. Well, it's mint, so I guess. A delicious substitute for French tarragon. This variety is much more heat tolerant with a strong tarragon flavor and hints of anise. Traditionally used as what? Mexican mint marigold. I have never heard of that. Well, let's add to cart. Has anyone grown that? Has anyone grown the Mexican mint marigold? Okay, it says annual. Wait a minute. It says annual here. And then over here it says a flowering perennial herb. So we'll do a quick Google search and see. Like what the zone is, maybe. Because maybe that's why it's just used 8 to 11. Okay. So for me, that will be an annual, which is kind of good because the last thing I need is more mint going crazy. It's super cute. It sounds amazing. And do you know how beautiful a nice herbed butter? And poor Daz, he's been waiting for me to make an herb butter for 2 years. I was supposed to make one last year and I never got around to it. I wanted to make like a nice compound butter and I just never have done it. Oh yeah. Well, see, you'd have to worry about like I would, if you are in that zone 8 to 11, I would definitely research and see how tenacious of a plant it is, if you have to worry about like you do regular mint or not. Okay. Back to this section. Cracker Jacks. I have Johnny Jump Ups. I'm allergic to lavender, so we were gonna pass on the lavenders. I have Bachelor's Buttons, and I didn't realize they were edible. We're still in the edible flowers, right? Yep. I did not know Bachelor's Buttons were edible. Interesting. You can decorate and be eaten in your favorite salads or desserts. What? Well, that's cool. Okay, so we did edible flowers. We got a couple things in there. Ooh, haha, you know me. Exotic. Purple dragon fruit. Oh, that's beautiful. Days to maturity, 3 to 4 weeks. What? Purple dragon fruit is a vining cactus that are stunning indoors or out. The fruits are soft kiwi-like and very sweet. The flowers open at night and fill the entire house with scents of vanilla, jasmine, and citrus. Fruits are large and usually weigh 1 pound. Ripe when they are soft to the touch. 4 to 5 feet tall. Annual. Days to maturity, 3 to 4 weeks. Why don't I believe that? I'm sorry, but that just seems way too, like, am I, so in 3 to 4 weeks from planting, I'm going to have a dragon fruit? Okay. We're adding it to the cart, but we'll come back and think about that later. I mean, that's got to be a typo. Right? Lies. Okay, well, we're not going to go read his again. Let's see if there's someone else on here that has information about it. Let's see. I don't see anything in here on how long it takes. Okay, we're gonna have to do some more research on that, because otherwise, like, why are we not all growing a ton of dragon plants? Oh no, yeah. That would not be me. I am so proud of myself, though. I picked up a typo in a pattern that I'm testing today, because normally I'm like the worst at picking up typos. Like, I don't notice them. Like, I'll see them, but I'm a terrible proofreader. Let me just say that. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do more research on that. That's really hard to believe. Maybe 34 weeks. That makes more sense to me than 3 to 4, but, okay. Coffee seeds. Seed days to maturity, 2 to 4 years. Maybe the other's 3 to 4 years instead of days. That would make a lot more sense. Yeah. Indoor house plant. I don't do house plants. Nope. The poinsettia next to me, which, oh, you can't even see it because I have the green screen on. You'll see it in a bit. Mixed cactus. I don't know. I see. I just don't do well with Anything indoor like succulents, I really struggle with those. So, okay, we're going to go back to all seeds. Container friendly, hardy. What did I think to myself I wanted to try? I had something else I needed. Oh, Danny, do you remember the zucchini that was it a zucchini that Lisa was talking about? 2 years. Okay, so I think they mean instead of 3 to 4 weeks, it must mean years. I'm surprised my shampoo ginger hasn't kicked the bucket. Oh, nice. Nice. I just hope Randy brought home 3 poinsettias this week. I just hope they make it to Christmas. For some reason, I'm so bad about that. And oh, the Kiwano. So I actually have this. I grew this last year, and I have a video taste testing it. And I need to get that worked on. The little potato cucumber I find really intriguing. And I tried growing the lemon cucumber this year. It did not. It did not want to do anything for me. Does anyone have any recommendations for cucumber? I'm in zone 5B, and I cannot guarantee I'm going to have a warm enough summer. So the cucamelons have done good here before, although I didn't grow them this year. I thought I was, and I accidentally grew the jelly melons. Takes about 9 months after planting the seed. What are you talking about, David? Because I'm not sure. I've talked about a lot of other things really quickly since then. Sorry. Oh, you got the delicata. Now that's the squash, right? That's the squash. Market More, Straight 8, and Space Master. See, oh, you know what? The problem and the reason I wanted to do the lemon cucumber is because I get really bad heartburn with cucumber. That's why I don't grow it. So I was kind of looking for stuff that's a little different. And I'm wondering because the Armenian yard long cucumber is not really a cucumber, right? Is that the one? Maybe that's what I was thinking. Yes, squash. Okay, perfect. Minnesota midgets are good melons. I was talking about for the dragon fruit. Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I have. That's like having a baby. I don't know if I'm there for that. Oh, and there you mentioned it. Triamine. Okay. So these are not technically cucumbers, right? It says these cucumbers are tasty and refreshing. I thought they were actually like a squash or something, no? The Armenian is a melon. Okay, a melon. That's what I thought. Okay. I'm going to try that then. And that's super cool. I'm going to try that one. Hey, welcome in, Felicia. How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming. And I'm really intrigued by these little potato cucumbers too. Was it Q? Was he the one growing these, Lion Crest? It's mild, even lemony, thin skin makes for delicious snacking. I'm going to add to cart just in case. I might do some research on that and see if it says. I don't know what it is in cucumbers that just give me such bad heartburn. But I don't have that problem with the cucamelons. You grow melons in 20-gallon containers and trellis them. They are small. Okay. That's really cool. Minnesota midgets. And I'm assuming he has, let's go see melons. I tried the baby. There we go. I tried the baby. What's it called? Something baby. This can go under the how you know you're aging. And the memory. And I'm not seeing melons again. There we go. The something baby. Water baby. No. But I tried that one and it just never it started growing, and then the first plant I had was actually doing really well, and then it just disappeared. I think a squirrel or a raccoon or something came and just thank you, sugar baby bush watermelon. It totally disappeared. I've tried that a couple times. Totally. Oh, yeah. That, and it's funny. That's what I did with my the jelly melon and my loofah. I grew them for like 4 years and never once had fruit on either one of them. but I kept growing it because I had the seeds, right? And so finally I was like, this is the last year. I don't have any more seeds for either one of you. This is it. I'm never growing either one of you again. And didn't I get a ton of fruit off of both of them that year? Yeah. So I was like, oh, so apparently my seeds like a rough. So yeah. So just threaten them, Danny. Threaten them. That might just be all the motivation they need to grow. Because like Jess says, seeds want to grow. Seeds want to grow. All right. That banana melon's cool looking though. Looks like a papaya. It looks like a papaya. Okay, so back to seeds. Where should we go now? Where should we go now? I kind of like these selections he has over here. So cold hardy. Oh, okay. I do not do well with root vegetables. The dinosaur kale looks kind of cool. This looks really weird. I mean, that's cool. And I think it would be pretty in a bouquet. But I don't know. That just doesn't look appetizing to me. I'm not into some of the super lacy lettuces that are too lacy. I don't like the texture too much. So you want to try the Armenian? Yeah. Some people just love them. Did you have Armenian this year, Nicole, or not? My jelly melon didn't do anything. I'll try again. You just try and try again. They are slow and they like it hot. So start them early and keep them warm. Do not let them get cold. Check out the new Black Magic Kale. Okay. See ya, Hudson. Thank you so much for coming in. Have a great weekend. And everyone's just saying goodbye. Okay. Do I have to do that now? Don't let me forget. I'm going to just scroll down and see what they have here. Black seeded Simpson. I know that is Nicole's favorite. I'll pop a look over there. Grand Rapids leaf lettuce, Paris Island Cos. I have Paris Island Cos. My daughter hates. She loves like romaine and a nice crisp lettuce. She is not a fan of like a spring mix. She says it tastes like dirt. And she doesn't like it when it's the soft bits. She likes a really nice crispy one. So that's why I usually stick with just growing the Marvel of Four Seasons. It's kind of cool looking. And we got some radishes and some random dog outside barking. So now, of course, Dexter's inside barking. Oh, watermelon radish. Who had that? I just saw that recently. Someone cut that open on their channel. I can't remember who that was. The Prescont Fond Blanc melon is supposed to be good per Luke. Okay. I love the red and freckled lettuces. Yeah, I'm not as big. Ruby red leaf is really good. Okay. You get hot in Alabama. Okay. You should be good. You should be good. Yeah, I'm not going to even try the radishes. I've pretty much given up on radish. The watermelon radish is beautiful, though. Bloomsdale spinach. I have that one. And I have the baby pak choi. So I don't know if I need Swiss chard. I'm going to need to look and see what that is. That's cool looking. That sugar beet is enormous. Salad bowl mix. See, my daughter hates that. Oh, yeah, that's the one she's talking about. Okay. I'm so mad at peas. Okay, I start them every spring. Nothing ever happens. I tried them. I planted them this summer. They actually grew and they were climbing up my trellis. They were doing really well. They never even flowered before the hard freeze came and killed them all. So I don't know why peas hate me. Okay, black seeded. I want to say seeded. It's really hard to say. Black seeded Simpson. It's one of the most popular forms of lettuce. I know Nicole grows it over and over again. It's a cut and come again, easy to grow, very versatile, delicious, non-bitter variety of lettuce. All right. So I'm just adding stuff to the cart. I will go back in and figure things out when I do the order, and then when it comes in, I'll do my unboxing and you get to see the surprise what I ended up getting. The Super Green is a cold hardy and has a high dose of vitamin C. It is perfect for cut and come again garden. The coldest tolerant of all greens. Woohoo! I love the sound of that. Grows are native in moist areas of the US and will grow year round in the Northwest or in a greenhouse. Enjoy in soups, lightly steamed or added to salads. I have never heard of that, but it kind of actually reminds me a bit of a nasturtium leaf. You, of course you do, Danny. Are there any seeds from in my garden you don't have? You know what? I think that's probably the problem with my bulbing up issue. But honestly, when I was fertilizing, because they were in with something else, my flowers that I wanted to bloom, I was actually using a 10-52-10 on that. And they still didn't flower. Oh yeah, the corn salad. Slava grows that, right? Okay, Black Magic Kale. Think lacinato kale, but with a deeper color and milder flavor. A new favorite is loved for its hardiness as it thrives in both spring and warmer weather. Its leaves are abundant and will reappear again and again. Enjoy cooked, raw, or juiced. Oh, that looks interesting. It's so. All right, we're going to add to wish list. We'll think about that. Well, all right. There's that. Okay, so we're done with whole hardy. Partial sun. So I'm finding more and more of my garden is partial sun. Oh, and that's partial sun. This is coming together. It's partial sun and it's super cold hardy. Okay, I'm excited about that. There's no reviews though. Must be new. Oh, because it's cold hardy and partial sun. I got to take away one of my other things. I'm an idiot. Okie dokie. Sorry, you didn't see that. I love reading the descriptions. Handful of baby. Oh my God. Those were so cute. The Nicole, they're the orca beans or something they're called. And they look like little baby orca whales in her hand. Like so cute. So these are all products that can be grown. Am I still in cold hardy? No, I'm not in cold hardy because this is basil. Never mind. I have cinnamon basil and I have Siam basil and I have lemon basil and I have lime basil. So I think I'm good. And regular basil. I'm good on the basil. Giant noble spinach. It seems like there was a really big spinach I wanted to try, but I don't think it was that one. And the red Malabar spinach did okay at the end. I had a few tastes of it and it was so slimy. I could see maybe if you added it to soups or whatever and treat it kind of like okra, but it was as my Newfie neighbors would say, it was some slimy. For radishes, don't fertilize if you want bulbs. Yeah. Well, see, the thing is I usually just put it into the potting mix, right? So it is whatever it is. When do you plant Johnny jump ups? So any kind of Johnny jump ups, violas, and my pansies, that's what they're called. First week of January. Like even now, if I had the room, I would be starting them now. So if you're in somewhere warm climate, you could use it. You're in Alabama, you could probably even just direct sow them or try them outside, like in a winter sowing container. I usually start mine in January, like first week of January, I start them and they like it dark. So make sure you cover it and the seeds are nice and dark. They're really slow growing. But then last summer I had a planter that I had tried to I just left a plant in it thinking it might overwinter and it did not. And I was getting ready to dump the pot out to use it for something else. And all of a sudden I saw all these little seeds sprouting, seedlings. And I was like, what? And I'm trying to remember, I was like, what else was in that planter last year? And it was all my violas and tons of little tiny violas. So I ended up letting them grow and get bigger. And then I planted them out. So they self-seeded. And so that was around, I think, end of May. that I started noticing them, and I just left them in that container totally overcrowded until I think going into end of August when it started to cool down a bit. And we were getting cooler nights and some of my plants were looking so good. And then I went in and I added those in um, around some of the flowers. And when I replanted and I did like started the mini garden, I used them there. So they will totally regrow outside. And if you're in a warm climate, they might prefer to be outside actually. I would try a little bit of inside and outside, but they like it really dark. They're very, very slow growing, but you can plant them outside. They can take, like, I still have some blooming out back, so they'll take, a freeze and snow and whatever. So they're considered a cool flower. So you could probably, as soon as you get seedlings on them, you could probably plant them out. Um, because I could pretty much do that here, unless it's going to be like under 3 feet of snow, but they don't really die back that much anyways here. Anything else? What is red shisho? And Egyptian spinach, is that the one? Or is it the giant? It was one that you can like use it as like a wrap or something. Or am I not thinking of spinach? I don't know. And you know what? It's funny. Hickory Croft, Chris and Steph, they cannot grow radishes to save their lives either. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's this part of Canada. I don't know. Hey, welcome in, Annette. How are you doing this morning? Sorry about that. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day over there and it's not too terribly hot. This is a Japanese heirloom. It's a spicy herb perfect for cooking Asian cuisine with deep red leaves that smell like cinnamon and clove and a spicy flavor like cumin. This is a true showstopper. You can eat the seedlings to toss into salads or grow them to maturity for more dynamic uses. Dynamic cooking. A popular choice for adding color to pickling recipes. This variety loves sunshine. Ooh, that looks intriguing. What was that? The lettuce leaf basil that that could be what it is. The lettuce leaf basil. Maybe that's it. I think that's the giant noble, but it might have been American spinach. I can't remember. I don't know. Hey, Frosty Lone Wolf, how are you doing? Welcome in. I do okay with like it doesn't do great, and I keep trying because I have a million seeds. But I do much better with the Little Gem. Romaine is the one I have. And that's the thing is like once you buy a pack of lettuce seeds, like you never have to buy another pack again. There's like so many. Okay, Egyptian spinach. Super green is high in vitamins and minerals, once a staple in the diets of ancient Egyptian pharaohs, one of the most widely eaten vegetables in Egypt. Delicious, sauteed in soups or dried for tea. Used to aid digestion, improve vision, and reduce stress. Tea? I think I'd have to add in some mint, I think. I can imagine inviting someone over for a cup of tea and then serving them spinach tea. I don't know. I don't know. I'll add it there just so I don't forget about it, but I don't know. That's just not it's not hot at all. It's more like winter. Oh no. You want to try growing something else? Hey, try the pomegranates. No. It wasn't pomegranate. Was it dragon fruit? Maybe try dragon fruit because they take 9 months. You're in for the long haul. Have you tried Swiss chard before? Red or green? You will love it. I have. It's been years since I grew that. I grew it several years ago, and I found that they got eaten up a lot. That's the one thing with the spinach is, the lettuce. I don't get a lot of pests on them. I had trouble with spinach too. I finally had luck this year. I put the seeds in the freezer for weeks. Then I put them in the fridge in water overnight. Very nice. They need to get really cold to germinate. I usually I do my spinach in the winter sowing containers because nature gets really cold for me here. Magenta Swiss chard. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe like healthy if you're not feeling well and you gotta if you mixed it with mint, that might be good. Introduce giant noble spinach. Introduced in 1926, this variety has been a favorite in the home gardens for generations. This heirloom spinach handles the coldest weather and is best planted in early spring. Large leaves and a tender texture make it an excellent addition to a spring salad mix or added to a green smoothie. Delicious raw, steamed, or cooked, this spinach is delicious, not stringy, and not bitter at all. That does sound good, but that yeah, I think it was the basil I was thinking of, and I do still have some of my spinach leaves, so we're gonna hold off on that, and let me just pop over to basil and see if they have the giant one. Oh, or the dwarf Greek one, that's super cute. Purple ruffles? That's pretty. Have you guys grown the lemon basil or the lime? Oh my god. The lime, I think I finally had one grow, like, it was not very vigorous at all, they just kept dying or not germinating, but the lemon ones, they did okay, but they smell so good, they smell amazing. Okay, spicy glow basil, we're gonna have to check these out. Mammoth basil, I have this one, so pretty, and it's delicious. Um, and what is this one? It's like okay, and yeah, lime basil, I don't know if it was just the seeds, and they were not from My Gardener, they were from a seed swap. I don't know if they were just weak or something. I'm thinking I want to get a fruit tree that will produce fruit next year. Ooh. If you want to watch fruit trees, you got to go check out Broke Farmer. He's got he's got so many fruit trees going on over there. He loves fruit trees. My mom has a hard time growing spinach, but by Memorial Day, the leaf miners attack. Yeah, I think that's my problem is the leaf miners. They go for the spinach and the nasturtiums. Pretty good. Your low today is 59 degrees. Really? Oh yeah, everyone type weather. Hey, welcome in, Raquel. How are you doing tonight? Christmas. Oh, if you want to talk about weather, don't talk to Raquel about weather right now. They're in a bit of a cold snap. Christmas is stressful because if I get someone something, I feel like I need to get everyone in the family something. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Or you could just do like Secret Santa. And then you only have to buy one gift and everyone just buys one gift. And I love the idea of Secret Santa. My daughter doing that with her friends this year because then you don't have to worry about it too much. Um, Same Felicia. It's hard to get into the holiday spirit with such warm temps. That's for sure. When I lived in Florida, it was harder. What herbs would be good to start in a medicinal herb garden? First of all, any herbs. First of all, start with herbs you like. Start with herbs you like the taste of because you'll actually be using them more. And then from there, kind of branch out. Gosh, there's so many excellent medicinal herbs. Sherry at Black's Tropical Homestead. She's doing like a series on different medicinal herbs. But you can go online and you can find websites. Oh, I have a book. It's somewhere buried back there. Medicinal herb books, websites. Check for things that are going to work in your climate because you're in Australia. So your climate's very different than mine here. And also, oh, you know who has some good medicinal herb videos, especially if you want things that are perennials, is Slava at Kitchen Garden Therapy. She also has some really good videos on herbs and things like that. And she makes a gazillion tinctures with her stuff. Like it blows my mind how many tinctures and everything she has for that. It's crazy. Yeah, I gotta watch more Broke Farmer for the trees. Yeah. He is like the tree guy. Yeah, and she's freezing. Definitely apples and cherries for sure. Get some Rainier cherries. Saying hello. I need a nice sweet cherry. Rainier cherries. Dang it. I don't need to buy more seeds. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, but I have to see what this one is. That is freaking adorable. What is that? The tiniest basil variety around. These uniform plants have small, spicy Greek basil leaves that grow in a tree-like dome shape, perfect for small pots and fairy gardens. Delicious. No, no. All right, add to wish list. Okay, but it looks similar to this one. No, it looks similar to this one. This one's really cute too. It looks cute. It's not doing it for me like the other one though. The Piccolino. I'll have to see when the Piccolino's going to be available. Yes. Okay. I'll add that after because that is so cute and that would look amazing in my fairy garden, but also in my containers. Oh, we're popping up some weather. So Boston, 40, not bad. Well, all fruit trees take a few years to mature, but my best bet is to get one that is mature. Yeah, it's gonna be pricey. So, Houston, 73. Start with culinary like mint, sage, thyme, etc., and look up medicinal uses, then branch out. Great idea. Keep in mind mint and anything in the mint family like lemon balm and things like that. Only plant them in pots and do not set the pot on the dirt. So put them in a pot. I actually grew some mint in a hanging basket. That way I don't have to worry about the roots. But the roots were like literally growing out of because it was the fiber pot and it was literally growing out and into the air and then they were getting like little leaves on them. So I was just laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is why they're so invasive. So if you do put them on a pot, make sure it's on like a patio stone or on your deck or something like that, because if you do even just put them on the ground, the roots will go through the drainage hole. Yeah, she'll trade. Yeah, it's super cute. Oh, you have to type in your town or a town near you or something like that as well. Whether Alabama or just straight up Alabama. There we go. 64. That does sound nice. Aw, thank you. Common oregano takes over too. Right. I have a carpet of it in my raised beds. That's right. Yeah. My oregano died. So, yeah. Tarragon is another one that actually can do quite well. Sometimes it comes back for me. Most of the time it doesn't, but every once in a while it does come back. So I'm going to join the weather. Oh, you've warmed up to 10. Nice. My friend is over in Edmonton. And last week it was so bad. I'll have to see if it'll pop up. I did 2 of them too close together, I think. Sorry, Nightbot. We are 30 right now. Okay. We are 30 degrees. Yeah. Ugh. Fortunately, we haven't got down that far yet. I find our weather pattern has shifted. So we will still have the last several years, we've had fairly decent weather in through December. And then January, February, March, brutal. January and February, brutal. So cold. Oh. Okay, Mammoth Beetle. Yeah, this is not the lettuce leaf one. Okay. That's not the one. And I already have so many other basils. So I'll just keep an eye for that one. That one's really cute too, though. Apparently I'm not the only one. All right. Okay, we're out of the basils. All right, does anyone else have anything they want to look at? Anyone else have anything they want to look at? Artichoke, asparagus, basil. Holy iceberg, that's insane. Yeah, it's just, yeah, that's when it really starts. So that's why I like the fairy garden. Well, it's not a fairy garden. My mini garden, my Christmas village outside. I won't be worried about that until after January. We usually get like a nice warm day after Christmas sometime in January, and that's when I'm going to go out and let's at least take a peek at tomatoes. Really, Nicole? Really? Do they have jicama? They do have jicama. You know what? I haven't had it in so long. My parents always loved it, and I was never that big of a fan. Reminiscent of a sweet potato crossed with a water chestnut. I always felt it was more like a potato, like a apple tomato potato. I like rattlesnake pole beans. I was gonna say this. Oh, Nicole, which were the really long beans that you like? Were those the rattlesnake pole beans? Because you had two different pole beans. One you liked, one you didn't. And I know I've watched so many of your videos. I should know which one it is, but I get confused. Okay, so rattlesnake. All right. All right. All right. All right. These ones. These ones. Oh, they're pretty. They're pretty. I did all right with beans. Oh, and they're pole. Okay, cool. I did pretty good with beans this year. So I will try and trellis those. The red, those were the ones you didn't like. Oh, the Thai soldier long beans. Those are the ones you didn't like at all. Okay. Hey, Raven Cat, welcome in. How are you doing? Hey, Rick. You guys just sliding right in. Yeah, I tried growing the red long noodle beans. I got the seeds in a swap and they never germinated for me. What did I just hit? Oops. Oh, no worries, Raquel. Where are you going? Or are you on Bland's? Where are you at tonight? Where are you being interviewed? Okay, so I added those for beets. We're not doing beets. I have so many broccoli seeds. It's not even funny. Unfortunately, I am not a fan of Brussels sprouts. Sorry. Cabbage, I don't have room for that. Carrots, root vegetables, no. Not a big fan of cauliflower. Celery, corn. Do not have enough room for corn. I tried that before. It did not work well. Eggplant. I wanted the tiny ones. I wanted... Oh, or do I want the Rosa Bianca or the Turkish orange? Oh, I want the eggplants on a stick. Is that these ones? Are these the ones that are called eggplant or pumpkin on a stick? These resemble oranges on a small tree. No. The richest flavored eggplant variety in the world. All right. Casper eggplant. That's cool too. Black Beauty. I know Danny's favorite is the Rosa Bianca. Those cute red onions were so cute too. Yeah. Oh, it's a new connection. Oh, okay, cool. I do not like yard long beans. All right. Cleaning up after wreath making. Ooh, that sounds fun. Did you see I tagged you on Instagram? Rick, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Not right now though. After my live. Those red onions were super cute. Oh, I would go for that. Thank you. Yeah. They're super cute. I'm going to have to try those. And then they would be fun to decorate for Halloween. All right. Corn, cover crops. No, where are we at? Exotic. We did exotic. Fennel. Oh, Nicole, you're growing fennel, right? I still haven't got you that recipe. Okay, I'm not going to go into flowers yet because I'm going to go down the rabbit hole on that. Gourds. What happened to your bowl gourds? The birdhouse gourds. They never like really germinated for me. I don't know if I want to try them again or not. I'm a little mad at them right now. Grains. Ooh, I have a lot of amaranth. Chia. I don't think I could grow those. I wouldn't be able to contain myself. Herbs. So we got into herbs. I'll look at herbs really quick. Chamomile, slow boat, cilantro. I have that. I have rosemary. I have oregano. I have parsley. I have dill. Chives. I have that. Lemon balm. Broadleaf sage. I'm not a big sage person. I used to be, but I made a pumpkin sage soup when I was pregnant with my daughter, and it made me, I got so sick. I cannot really handle sage anymore. Ruined it for me. Spearmint, cilantro, calypso, catnip seeds, St. John's wort. You know what? I tried the cilantro from in my gardener last year, never could get it to germinate. A lot of other people had a similar problems. And so then I ended up just buying some at the store, and they still had like the bit of the root on the end, like you get cilantro. and I just rooted it and had it grow in the garden. So I'm just going to do that again next year. I'm not going to try to grow that from seed. It's just one of those things. It's just not worth it. Fenugreek. I don't use a lot of fenugreek, and you can buy it here. Like every store has it all over. Caraway. I love caraway, but I've never thought of growing it. Leaf fennel. That looks kind of cool. Lemon drop. What is that? That looks interesting. Salad Burnett. Herbal tea kit. Oh, that's cool. Epizote? I have the dry stuff. Oh, toothache plant. Okay. I just didn't know it by that name. Yeah, this is really cool. So there's a property in the flower that will numb your mouth. It will numb your mouth and tongue, and it's safe to do so. So it is called the toothache plant, for obvious reasons. Okay, get that off the screen. Go, go, go. I grew Rosa Bianca and love them, and I don't like. Oh, I love eggplant. Nicole had these two cute little red ones. I still have the 2 bowl gourds waiting on them to dry. Oh, okay, cool. What do you do with amaranth? So it depends on what kind of amaranth. If it's the big tall amaranth, I grow that for bouquets. And if it's the red leaf amaranth, that is also known as callaloo, and it's used in like Caribbean cooking. It's a green. And you just grow that for the greens. It's a smaller, it doesn't get like the giant flower spike. I mean, I guess it would if you let it go that long. Yeah, and you can, like, even the big tall ones, you can collect the seeds and the grain on them, but ain't no one got time for that. Yeah. Olive City Homestead has a great video on what to do with amaranth. Kim has a great channel. Awesome. Above is a link to her amaranth video. Well, thank you, Nicole. Amaranth, you can eat the leaves and use the seeds as a grain, and some can be popped. Oh, that's cool. I've never tried. What's in the herbal tea kit? Okay, hold on. What was that? Ooh, pizza kit. Herbal tea. Ooh, we have hyssop, holy basil, spearmint, licorice basil, German chamomile, caraway, rosemary, Munstead lavender, coneflower, fenugreek, catnip, and marigold crackerjack mix. Crackerjack. It always makes me think of some old like 30s movies. Varieties may vary depending on stock. So that could be a good start for you, Annette. The herbal tea kit. That's kind of cool. And the salsa kit. What do they have in that? We got a Spanish onion, jalapeno, wonder bell pepper, Rio Grande tomatillo, Caribbean orange habanero, if you like it hot, Calypso cilantro, Rio Grande tomato, and sweet Spanish onion. Very nice. Just keep an eye on the onions. Make sure if you're wherever you're at in the country, if you get a long day or short days, make sure you get the right onions. You don't want to be disappointed. All right. Kale. There's a lot of kales. We're not giant kale eaters here, so I think I'm good with the one I have. But they do have a nice selection. Kohlrabi. Do I have more kohlrabi? I enjoyed it, but I just harvested my kohlrabi like 2 weeks ago. It just took all summer long. So I don't know. No one else likes it but me. Leafy greens. Georgia collards. Those get eaten alive. Catgrass. Maybe I'll grow some catgrass for Dexter. Microgreen. Oh, I want to do microgreens for Kai. Remind me, people, please remind me after Christmas. I want to do some microgreens. Lettuce, I've already done that. Why did I click on it? Microgreens. I have the pack. I just need to use them. Mustard greens. I do like mustard greens. And I have some. I have some Mizuna seeds. And I don't know if I have I can't remember. I have a few different ones already, so I don't think I'm gonna by adding anything there. Okra. I don't even want to talk about okra. I'm still. Did you eat the kohlrabi greens? I did, and I kind of I did. So it was a couple weeks ago. I was making like stir fry. Well, it's like vermicelli. And so I needed some greens to put in it. So I went out into the garden and I had a few kale that were still okay. I had a few broccoli leaves. So I grabbed some broccoli leaves, some kohlrabi leaves, kale, and then a partially flowering broccoli head. It was actually really pretty in the it's not a stir fry. It was so vermicelli. I don't know if you've ever had vermicelli. It's like a Vietnamese style dish. So it's like the rice vermicelli noodles, and you just cook them in boiling water or just pour boiling water on them for about 5 minutes, whatever the directions say. They're like the clear noodles. And then you just put those in a bowl, and then you just add in all kinds of different chopped veggies. So, hello, just finished going by. Oh, well, now you can just sit back and relax. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight, Candace? So yeah, so then you just add in kind of whatever fresh veggies you have on hand, right? So you can chop up some green onions, especially carrot, cabbage, and then that's when I went out and just grabbed a bunch of those kind of things. And you just chop them up and put it in on top of the lettuce. On top of the noodles, and then you use a sweet chili sauce. And you pour that on and some fresh peanuts. And then you can add in whatever, protein you want at that point. Our favorite is the little Vietnamese sausages. So I will cook up a pack of those, and I'll have a few of those on the side, but it's really, really good. And it's a super quick, easy meal. And it's kind of one of those things you can just always have ready to go, right? So it's really yummy. Hold the peanuts. All right. No peanuts for you. Oh, and cilantro. Fresh cilantro and green onions. Yes, please. So we're not even gonna look at the okra because mine just would not work. I think these are these the ones that red? I don't know. I don't remember saying red beard, but they were kind of like this, the ones she got. Oh, it's so easy. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. I can see your comment came up. I can see your comment came up on the YouTube chat, but not yet into StreamYard for me to click on it. Yeah. Yeah, make it at home. It's so easy. And you can get sweet chili sauce anywhere. Like sweet chili sauce is easy to find. And here, I'll show you a picture of the Vietnamese sausages because they come in a little. Let me see if I can find a package like to buy. Nope. This does not look like any of the ones I buy at the store. Here we go. This is what they look like. So they're these little, they're short. They're like maybe 2 inches long and round. And they usually come like this, and you can buy them in the freezer section. And so whenever they go on sale, I always buy a few packs of them and just keep them in the freezer. And honestly, they cook up by the time you get all your little veggies and everything else chopped. And my daughter loves it. Everyone loves it. And then what I normally do, I should have taken a picture. It was really pretty. Normally what I do is I take a big plate and I put all the toppings on it, and then everyone can kind of just build themselves. So they don't have to put whatever they don't want in it, but I put everything on it. So we will take that off the screen, but that's just a super, and it's a really nice way to use up if you just have like a few greens or a few things. I don't think they were this big because hers, they were like a bunching onion, right? The one's Nicole. I'm like all over the place. I'm like trying to keep all the chats going. But do you have onion in underpants? That is the question. That is the question. I should film it next time. Yeah. It's just one of those things it's just kind of like one of those quick meals you just throw together. And then sometimes I'll do like some of the frozen pot stickers from Costco on the side. I love Ling Ling pot stickers, but we do not have Ling Ling pot stickers here in Canada. They actually carried them for a brief period, and then they don't carry them anymore. So those were okay. I don't remember them looking that big in the picture when you showed them, but so these are ones Nicole just bought. They came in on her. Oh, and was yours M.I. Gardner? I'm trying to remember. Yours was in my gardener as well, wasn't it? Okay. Then I guess you know what you're talking about. Those are the onions. All right. Back. Okay. So onions. Oh, wait. I ordered some. I got some. I need some more Walla Walla sweets. Yeah, they kind of look like a shallot for sure. Okay. Your seed haul was in my gardener. That's why. Okay. Peppers. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, come on. Oh, let's nickname the little beak pepper because of its unique shape. It's so cute. It looks like the yellow pear tomatoes almost. Chittle pen. I'm not oh, he has the habanadas. Okay. That's interesting. I couldn't find them last year. The giant Marconi peppers, pepperoncinis, lemon drops, ghost peppers. Nope. Shishito peppers. I grew some of those this year. Yellow wonder bell peppers. I did grow some bell peppers. I got like 3 or 4 really beautiful big red ones off of it, but honestly, I don't know if it's worth taking up space for the bell peppers. Honestly, I just don't have the growing season. I didn't really have as much heat. Jimmy Nardello. Who just got Jimmy Nardello? Was that in your life too, Nicole? Tabasco, Hungarian wax pepper, lemon habanero serrano. So those are ones that Danny just gave away. Big Jim. I have Big Jim. Hungarian sweet. Santa Fe grande pepper. That looks really tasty. And I had poblanos. The pasillas look good. These little pimento, they're so cute. Anaheims. I have like the New Mexico 6 and the Big Jim. So I don't need those. And I think I have some habanero seeds. If not, I could take some out of the ones in the freezer. Jimmy Nardello. Okay, you were the one that was talking about it. I knew I just heard about him on your channel. And you did Jimmy Nardello last season, Rick. Very nice. What's the flavor like on those? You loved the habanadas and you don't like peppers. Very nice. I love the flavor of habaneros, and I will put in habanero or a Scotch bonnet a lot of times when I'm making a lot of Caribbean dishes. But I find sometimes it's like you want more of the flavor without too much of the heat. And it's like you never know on some of the peppers. Like sometimes I'll chop one up and throw it in and it's like it's not hot at all. And then other times you'll do it and you're like blowing your mouth off. So I like the idea of being able to add like 2 or 3 of the habanadas. So you're getting that flavor and then just one of the hot peppers. And the cayenne purple. That's really pretty. The cayenne purple. And the mulatto. I didn't grow. I thought I was growing the buena mulatto last year. I wasn't. It ended up being a purple jalapeno. Yeah, interesting. That was a surprise. Because it was purple, the plant, right? Pumpkins. I do not need pumpkins unless it's pumpkin on a stick. And it's not. And a pumpkin on a stick one is not a true pumpkin. I tried. Okay. I still have seeds for the baby blue pumpkin. I actually did quite well growing those a few years ago. My daughter loved them, but we weren't allowed to eat them. We just decorated with them. But some of these are so pretty. Oh, you know what? I want the swan. Have you seen the swan gourds? They're gorgeous. Like the craziest looking plant. It just grows. It looks just like a swan neck. Like it's amazing. Long Island cheese pumpkin. I just don't have room for pumpkins. And when I did grow them that time up, I had to grow them up and then the thing kept falling over. I can't do spicy. Okay, I accidentally bought a spicy smoked sausage for my cabbage and sausage last night. And I couldn't. Oh, no. Oh, that's too bad. Botanical interest cube of butter summer squash is one of our favorites. Interesting. I'll have the name on that. I want a job naming seeds and writing descriptions. I think that would be fun. Radish. Nope. Rhubarb. I have so much of it. Nope. Root vegetables. Nope. We did the spinach. Squash. Again, anything that's really vining. The sweet meat squash looks pretty tasty though. I have zucchini. I've tried the oh, is this the one that Lisa was talking about? The Cocozelle? I'm never gonna grow the blue Hubbard squash because I know that they actually attract the squash vine borer. So it's like, nope. I don't want them coming into my yard knowing that I'm there. Butter bush squash. Is that what's the one? Crookneck squash is the one that's supposed to be grow really good around here. Look at that. That's so cool looking. Stores 4 to 5 months. That is just so cool looking. I just don't have room to grow and to try. And I don't have a trellising system for any of these things. The patty pans I tried growing and they just never did anything. So yeah. Ooh, sunflowers. Ooh. Mammoth sunflower. It's so windy back there, and so I've tried growing the mammoth ones a few times, and I put them up against the fence, and the squirrels just run along and deadhead them. Makes me very, very upset. Chocolate cherry sunflower. That's beautiful. The teddy bear is really cute. And we got some stickers. Wasn't expecting stickers. The evening sunflower is really pretty. I love that Velvet Queen. I think I have some enough from last year. Do I have enough from last year? I think I do. I think I saved seeds off of the pretty sunflower. I have no idea what kind it was. By the time I was just like throwing in all kinds of seeds at the end, I don't remember what anything was. Hey, unicorn lady, welcome in. Thank you. I have like all those varieties. Good for you. I'm going to use the Vatican tomato and cross it with a few things and develop a new paste tomato and call it the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Well, there you go. That'll be interesting. We'll see how that turns out. How do you get your comments to show up on the screen like that? I've yet to figure that out. I'm using StreamYard, and all you do is just click on the comment and it pops up on the screen, and then you click on it again and it takes it down. You can't do it if you're just on YouTube. So I would never, ever, unless I absolutely had to, go live on YouTube without using a streaming system. Like YouTube, I think is almost relies on you using a streaming program because there's no features at all if you try to go live just right on YouTube. One of these days I'm going to grow a really big sunflower and grill the head. I want to do that too. He wants, of course you do. We'll all be in the lineup for Danny's Flying Spaghetti Monster. Tomatoes. Swiss chard. Rainbow, ruby red, magenta, rhubarb Swiss chard. Yellow Swiss chard. The pink Swiss chards are they're so pretty. Wait, Ford Hook, giant Swiss chard? I would have thought that was like a choy. I would have thought that was a choy of some kind. Oh, tomatillos. I'm not growing. No, I'm not going to bother with pineapple tomatillo. Isn't that the same thing? No. See, I would have seen that and thought that that was a ground cherry. Do they have ground cherries? See, they have ground cherries as well. So what's the difference between a pineapple tomatillo and a ground cherry? See why I would have thought that is? It's a combination of flavors from a tomatillo to slight pineapple is the best of both. It sounds like this is the same thing. It looks very similar. I love those. And they actually reproduced in my garden last year. All the ones I was nibbling on. I didn't plant any of those. Yeah, so tomatillos, you have to have 2 plants. In order to get, they cannot self-pollinate from the same plant. So you have to have at least 2 plants and then hope they cross-pollinate in order to get any tomatillos from them. So it's way too much work. Definitely the same family, yeah. But they look almost, I would have thought they were the same. I tried the Gerald sunflower heads this year, never got around to editing the video though. Oh, it wasn't horrible. I want to try it again with different seasonings. Oh no, you don't like ground cherries? Yeah, I've never grown enough to really do anything like that with them. So for me, it's just strictly a snacking. And part of the problem was because Gizmo would always get to them first. He loved them. Fortunately, Dexter has not discovered them yet. Okay, we are skipping tomatoes for a minute. And then we're going to go to unique greens. I think that sounds interesting. So green purslane. Okay, I will never buy purslane because it grows so wild around here. And I spent years and years weeding it out, not knowing what it was. And then now it's like, oh, yeah, that's edible. I feel bad. Han Sai Tai. I'm going to slaughter the names on all of these. Vitmash. I'm assuming that's similar to the corn, whatever it is. Minutia. Herbastella minutia. See this frilly. I don't know. That just doesn't. Although I did buy the edible chrysanthemum, but it didn't get quite that frilly. And I bought it more to eat the flowers. I didn't really eat the greens too much on it. They didn't really do too much. And I think they got nibbled on quite a bit. So I wasn't too like overwhelmed with them. Watermelon. Yeah, I'm not going to grow any others. Okay. I just can't bother with that. Oh, we did edible flowers already. So now we're going to go into flowers. We are leaving the tomatoes for last. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Sombrero zinnia, nice. Oh, I never went over in here to look at these. The habanada. I'm going to add that to cart for now. And this one, Joy's growing giant vegetables. This one is for you. Oh my God. The average squash is around 45 pounds at full maturity. Oh my God. This is one of those that you have to make sure that you don't let go. It says it's best if you eat them under 8 inches. But yeah, that's crazy. No, I don't need 45-pound zucchinis in my backyard. Absolutely not. Asters. I have asters. Those cosmos are pretty. Ooh, I like those as well. The apricot asters. Oh. Ooh, I love me some celosia. I did grow some last year though. Those columbine are pretty. Pink sunrise. I have very similar calendula that are really pretty. Oh, the Picotee cosmos are always very popular. Oh, yeah. I want some nasturtiums because I saved. All right. I don't want those. These are coming soon, so they're still sold out. All right. All right. So yeah, I have like the red spike amaranth is what I grow, and it comes back. It's beautiful. I love it. Bells of Ireland. They're my nemesis. But they self-seeded this year, so I was like, all right, do your thing. I cannot get them to germinate for the life of me, and I've tried all the cold stratification. I had it in the freezer, I had it in the fridge, I had it in everything, and it just was so stubborn. Nope. St. John fire salvia. That's really pretty. Oh, that zinnia is so pretty. And those straw flowers. That's really pretty. I have a lot of poppies and they're self-seeding really nicely, so I'm happy with that. Let me see, that zinnia is so pretty. But I already sold out. Do you have lime green? You have just lime green, don't you? Oops, where am I at? Okay. I want to go back. Were there other straw flowers? Because I have the white, I have the red, the white and the pink. Someone had a really pretty star flower this year. Oh, the apricot one is so pretty. Straw flowers do really well for me because they like it cold. Orange Wonder Snapdragon. That's beautiful. My salvia did not bloom this year. That's really pretty. And it's sold out. Of course it is. Just our luck tonight. Okay, so I will finally click on tomatoes and I'll come back to the chat. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. It did. Yeah. My whole garden seems to be strictly snacking. I've got more food out of that garden next year. Yeah. Buy tall red amaranth for flower bouquets and the grains from the top. Yeah, and then if you don't cut them, they will self-seed and you will have a forest of amaranth come spring, which isn't bad. Cushaw squash. I saw something not too long ago on that. Envy. You need that envy. I have the envy. I envy your envy. Have a great night, Barb. Thank you so much for coming in. We will see you around these streets. I do too. I love straw flower. They're so easy to grow, and a lot of mine actually self-seeded in the backyard. And I love that I can put them out into the garden early. So tomatoes, giant crimson. We all know about the giant crimson. San Marzano, Rama. I'm not interested at all in paste tomatoes. I have no interest in making sauce ever. It's just not my thing. I don't need to do that. If I was ever going to do that, I would just buy a bushel at the end of the summer, honestly. 42-day tomato. Is that the one that you did not like, Danny? Is that the one you were like, ew, that's disgusting, and you didn't like the taste of it? You Cushaw's on your wish list. You keep trying all the squashes. I gotta give you a thumbs up for persistence. Yeah. It does. So my garden area up there, like I just kind of let it go, and I regretted it later because I was like, okay, it was just amaranth and calendula. So next year I will definitely pull more of it out. But I was just like, oh look how much is self-seeded. So next year I will make it a little bit more organized. But it's easy to pull out, right? It's not like something that's got a bunch of runners or something like that. Okay, see now this intrigued me, but it's sold out. I actually have a ton of seeds that came from one of my viewers, and she mailed it to me, and they came a bit later. So I only started 2 of the seeds from that, but there were several dwarf and micro tomatoes in there. So I'll be starting those next year. So I'm really excited to pull those out. One of the ones she sent me though was the vintage wine, and I started it late and it just never ripened. They never fully ripened, so I never got to taste like the full flavor of them. Nicole, are you in Ontario? I could send you some seeds. No, Nicole is in Texas, actually. Yeah. I'm in Ontario, but Nicole is in Texas. I didn't like it, but I think it was because it was grown on my parents' front porch, and in retrospect was probably coated with road dust and cigarette smoke. Oh, that sounds so appetizing. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot that's sold out. But you know what? That happens to me. Floret is even worse. Floret, nothing was ever in stock. And Old Navy. Every time I want something on Old Navy, it is sold out. Hey, Miss Shirley, how are you doing? Welcome in. That was a nice thought, though. Yeah. So yeah, we got Cherokee Purple. I've never grown Cherokee Purple. Oh, my neck just cracked. And I've never grown Paul Robeson, and I know that those are really, really popular. I have grown the Moneymaker, and I will tell you, it's a very prolific tomato. It was always one of the first ones to start putting out tomatoes. They're a fairly decent size. It's a little smaller than a baseball. Great in a salad, fine on a sandwich. Good for salsa. Nothing like blow your mind, but they were a good, decent producing tomato. Yeah. And I think that's why they're money makers, because they just keep popping out the tomatoes. And they're nice size for the farmer's market. I think I read up a thing on them, why they called them that. Sweetie tomato. Is that what I just won? Yeah, with Florida, you have to be there the day. Yeah, exactly. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I did that one day and I forgot about it was the time change. So when they said they were going 9 o'clock, I was there at 9 a.m. in the morning and it wasn't ready. It wasn't ready. And then I had to go do something. And by the time I got back, it was around like 1 or 2. And I checked, everything I wanted was sold out. Although there is a local store here called Stems, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, they use the pictures from Florettes. So I'm pretty sure they're all the same flowers. So I could order from them if I wanted. But again, they're usually sold out of the ones I want as well. I've grown Brandywine. I've grown Mortgage Lifter. I've grown ground cherries. That big rainbow tomato is cool looking. It's kind of square. Arkansas Traveler, Black Crim. I thought I was growing Black Crim, but that did not turn out to be a Black Crim tomato. It was the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen. Orange currant tomatoes, which are my nemesis. Well, not orange, but currant tomatoes. Oh, they get everywhere. Black Brandywine. I've grown them. I have not grown the Jersey Devil, but I'm looking at it and it looks like a paste. Early Cascade looks like it's the exact same picture as, as the other moneymaker. I grew pineapple tomatoes. They were delicious, but apparently so did the squirrels or raccoon or whatever it was. They kept eating them. I was very upset. Paul, yeah. Oh man, what? I'm going to try red centerfleur this year. Supposedly the full-size cherry tomatoes in crazy abundance. So sweetie tomatoes. Okay, cool. I will have to try the moneymaker to use to grow for the homeless shelter. There you go. I now have red, pink, yellow, and black Brandywine. I think I've just done I have the regular and the pink. So we have Chadwick, Abe Lincoln, Ukrainian purple tomatoes. Those look nice. Orange, the Amana orange tomatoes. Dr. Witchies, which I know is really popular. I've never grown those either. Mexico midget, I have grown those. They're super tiny and annoying. Tropical sunset, those are pretty. Frederle, Brandywine yellow, blueberry tomato. That sounds intriguing, but no picture. Blush tomato, Tigerella. That's pretty. Black Seaman tomato. I'm not mature enough to ever grow that one. Rutgers, striped Roma, Azoichka. Yikes, that's a Boxcar Willie. I know Boxcar Willie is a very, very popular heirloom tomato. And Hillbilly tomato is a good one too. Hey, welcome in, Tiny Tim. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Don't waste your time with the Baloch tomatoes. They're pretty and prolific grape tomatoes, but they're super watery. Oh, okay. Pink Brandywine were some of my favorites. I didn't like the Arkansas Traveler. Good to know. A lot of tomato aficionados in here tonight. Red centerflower I didn't like. They are hard to get off the stem. Oh, no. I pronounced it right the first time. Good for me. Yay! I'm not mature enough to grow it either. Nope. Blush tomato. Sorry. Hey, welcome in, Dixieland Homestead. How are you doing tonight? Nice to see you here. I think this is your first time for a live. Nice to have you in here. We are shopping for tomato seeds. I'm actually not shopping for tomato seeds. I'm not allowed to buy any more tomato seeds. I have so many that I need to try next year. So I'm not buying any tonight. I'm going to slaughter this one now, though. Wapsipinicon? Wapsipinicon. Nope. Mr. Stripey. Some of these tomato names are so cute. I like Mr. Stripey. Oh well, I got them to toss to my chickens mostly. Okay. You have a baby bitch. Yeah. No. Ooh, Manitoba. I don't like the low acid yellow tomatoes. You know what? I like yellow tomatoes because some of them, which one we had, I can't remember which one it was. It was really good. But yeah, some of them I find are just a little blah. Like I like a little bit of a kick. We got gold medal Manitoba tomato, rose tomato, Wisconsin 55, Tommy Toe. I'm not eating Tommy Toe tomato. That one's fun to say. That's worth growing just to say that. Mushroom basket, Brandywine, gold medal, Tiffin, watermelon beefsteaks. That's the one I just got from Joe. Or right here. Oh, winner. And Ruby's German green tomato, Opalka tomato, purple bumblebee, chocolate stripes, German Johnson, Marglobe. I grew the Marglobe. So the Marglobe, it's kind of similar to the one it looks like, the Moneymaker. It was all right. It wasn't anything like blow your mind. Okay, close that. Pink Oxheart. I think that's such a cool shape on those tomatoes. I've grown the Werekai. They were all right. Up at the top, I had them. I think they were pretty good. I think I tried to save the seeds off of them, and I don't know what happened to them. I had a little issue with my seed saving this year. It did not go as planned. Did I miss anybody else, or is everyone just saying hello? Oh, hey, Krabby, welcome in. Okay, it's awesome. Its skin is like peach, and they are super sweet. Oh, is that the one that's furry-ish? Okay, this is so cool looking. This looks kind of like the olive tomatoes as well. It's a early yellow cherry variety with green flesh that will be visible through the skin. That's cool, but it's one of those where you're never sure if it's ripe or not. It's like, how do I know when it's ripe? We got Rio Grande. We got the Homestead tomato. Hope all you homesteaders are growing the Homestead tomato. Then we have the Floridade tomato. I'm guessing that's from Florida, maybe Dade County. Going out on a limb here. The Castelluto Genovese, I grew those. They were actually very tasty. Old German, I had seeds for those, and they did not ever ripen in time. So, because they lied to me and I said I was getting a frost, and it was like beginning of October, and we were supposed to be dropping down to like 30 overnight. And so I went out and I picked all my lovely green tomatoes and I brought them into the house, and we did not get a frost. We did not get a frost until November 10th. No, 11th. And then we got snow. So I could have kept growing those for a full month, and I could have ripened so many tomatoes. I was very, very upset about that. We have Gilberti and the New Yorker tomato. Am I missing anything? Dixieland is saying hi. Hi, Krabby. Hi, Shirley. Ba, 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 ba. I'm giving away some of the Aunt Ruby's green tomatoes in the Vlogmas giveaway. Oh, interesting. No furry tomatoes for me. You can't even tell it's there, I swear. That's interesting. You know what? Nicole's growing them. We'll give her a chance. She can let us know. And then maybe we can swap some seeds. We have Granny Cantrell's, Triple Crop, White Cherry, Jubilee, Black from Tula tomatoes, Red Pear, Tiny Tim. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Tiny Tim is absolutely one of my absolute favorites. Like, I will always grow Tiny Tims. The flavor is great. It's just a typical cherry tomato, but they're so prolific. They grow in such a small container, and I can start them in January, and I was getting fruit off of them. I think it was like in March or something crazy like that. And they just kept producing all summer long. Huge fan of the Tiny Tim. They're just such a great producing tomato. And they stay so small, like maybe 18 inches tall. And you get as many tomatoes off of them as I did off of my full size indeterminates, which is crazy. You didn't like you didn't like it. Tart. Interesting. I like I don't know, like really flavorful. I don't mind it acidic. I want, like, when I have my tomato sandwich and I put my salt on it and I put it on my bread, I want to like know that I'm biting into like a tomato. And for that, so far, I really liked the chocolate Tasmanian dwarf was really good. The pineapple was pretty good for that. Mortgage Lifter was a decent tomato sandwich tomato. And trying to think, I had another one that I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Where are we at? Sunray, Black Prince, Hartman's, yellow tomatoes. Oh, the stuffers are cool, but I can't see getting around to actually stuffing tomatoes. Prawn sprayless tomato. Giant Belgium. I've grown those in the past. They were actually very tasty, but they take It just my season here. Just they take so long for those larger ones. A Sheboygan tomato, Muscovich tomato, Japanese black, subarctic yellow plum, silvery fir tree tomato. Okay, that looks interesting. Look at the leaf on that. It's so tiny. You know what I grew last year was the pink tiger, and it was the most pathetic plant. Like it was just so wimpy, and it was small, but it had the finest, most delicate greens on it. The tomatoes were actually very good, but it just was not a very strong plant. Where's your giveaway? I'm doing 12 days of seeds, a Seedmas on my channel starting Friday to give away some seeds. I have a ton of. So Danny's started last week. She's doing it every night. Did you do your video tonight? I didn't see you go out. It's become more of every other night. But the spirit is there, and it will equal out to one a day at the end of it all. So they're already actually up on her channel. So if you type in the word link, it will drop your link into the chat. And then if there's someone in here you haven't connected with, you can go ahead and check them out. But yeah, Danny's doing the giveaways, the daily giveaways. Joe at Garden State Gardener is doing the daily giveaways. Guten Gardening, it's gonna be hard to get used to saying that. Guten Gardening is doing their giveaways. I actually really need to go film tonight's giveaway, right? Yes, I have to pull 3 tonight because I was super tired and lots. Yes, that happens. Giving away sweets, woohoo! Do you have a head lettuce you like? I like. Do you mean like iceberg, like head lettuce? Like we prefer the romaine, and I've just been super happy with the little gem romaine lettuce. I also tried the Paris Island Cos, and it just didn't really do anything, but I tried reseeding that in the summer. I think it was just too warm. But I like that. I'm behind. My nanny family basically made me work while they had actually had COVID, and while I'd remained healthy, it's made me really mad and exhausted to no end. For sure. That was so unfair. Yeah, we're big romaine eaters here. I'm trying what's in my cart. Let's see. So in my cart, I am going to try, probably. We'll see what stays on the list. Maybe the black seeded Simpsons. I don't know why that is so hard for me to say. I can say Simpson, but not after the word seeded for some reason. And I also want to try the Claytona Miners lettuce. That looks really interesting to me as well. That I think is going to be more of like a exotic kind of a throw in, not like your main salad lettuce. Oh, we're taking the dragon fruit off. That's not happening. So yeah, this is what some of the things I've narrowed it down to so far. We shall see. We shall see what makes it on there at the end. But yeah, my daughter really likes the little gem romaine, and it's nice because it's a smaller one, so you can harvest it sooner, right? It's kind of a dwarf variety. You've got Paris Island Cos growing right now. I bought that one because it's supposed to be more heat tolerant than the other lettuces, so let's hope. That looks so pretty. The mixed cherry-licious tomatoes. Trophy tomato, Stupis tomato, orange Rossolini, Marion tomato, Powers tomato, great white tomato, green. I wonder if this is from Oregon. Let's see. First grown in Marion, South Carolina. Because my absolute favorite berry, everyone asks what's your favorite berry. My favorite berry is a Marion berry, which is from Marion County, Oregon, where I grew up. And it is like a cross between a blackberry and a boysenberry. Oh, it's so good. Similar to a huckleberry, I guess you could say, but not like the garden huckleberry that I'm growing. We have green tomatoes, power tomato. Look at this great white tomato. Okay, it's yellow, first of all, but it looks squashy. Like it looks like a squash. Crimson Sprinter tomato, Roma tomato, Acre 55, green evergreen. Incardi paste, German pink, Ivan tomato, Rose de Berne. Oh, that looks good. Ananas, that's pineapple. So it's black pineapple tomato, basically is what that is in French. Moonbeam grape tomato, Valencia tomato, and Supernova grape tomato. You got that one? Who was growing that? Was that Nicole or Danny? One of y'all had that one. South Carolina. Okay. The first lettuce I grew from seed as a kid was black seeded Simpson. Ah, nailed it. Yeah. It's weird. Not you? Not you? Someone else had this one. And they're like, oh, it's the Ananas Noir tomato. And I was like, well, that's pineapple, black pineapple. So also known as black pineapple. So yeah. It's from Belgium. So someone was growing that who I watch. I don't remember who it was. Oh, okay, cool. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. And then if it tastes anything like the purple tomato I grew, it was really good. Oh, okay. So you have the seeds, but you didn't plant them. What else? We have carbon, dark orange, muscat, mountain princess, small red cherry tomato. It's like nondescript. Small red cherry tomato. Persimmon tomato. Well, that sounds interesting. It's a Russian variety. It's a rust orange beefsteak style tomato that looks exactly like a persimmon when fully ripe. Plants will produce heavy yields. Great slicer tomatoes are low acid and therefore have a shorter shelf life. Good for slicing sandwiches and salads. See, the smart thing about buying like a Russian tomato or something like that is it's probably going to be better geared to my growing because it doesn't get super warm there. Beefsteak, yellow, Baby Roma, Bonnie Best. I think I've grown Bonnie Best years ago. Jasper, fireworks tomato. Lucky Tiger, that's cool looking. Quadro. Coastal. Ooh, let's see. Costrali. Grab bag. First garden kit. Druzba. Salsa kit. Those are cool. Homestead collection. Fall garden collection. Pizza kit. Isis candy tomato. That looks pretty big. Those look good. A pie-colored, soft, and yellow blushing cherry tomato. This tomato is super free. So my friend, she had a pug who was like one of Gizmo's best friend, and she named it this. Back when she got her, which was in like 2006, 2007, and at the time it only meant goddess. That's the only thing it meant. And for years, we were able to use her name. And now not so much. So my friend just like had a 3-day suspension on Facebook for mentioning the name of her pug, who passed away last year. She was really upset about it. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's unfortunate. Green sausage tomato, pork chop tomato. That's funny. And orange ox heart. A yellow variety with gold stripes and a low acidity. It's a flattened beefsteak variety, perfect for slicing. It's very pretty. It's very, very attractive looking tomato. Yeah, so that's kind of a sad, very, yeah. So messed up. Don't even get me started on all the, I am not a big fan of locking people down for saying stuff, honestly, especially when so many times it's just not. It's like, that's not what I meant. That's not what I said. That had nothing to do with it. Blah, 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 blah. But it was funny because so it's like, when we got like the Google, you have Google, it's on your phone or whatever. And we'd be talking about her dog. And so we call her the dog formerly known as. And I was just picturing, because people are like, oh, those things are listening. You shouldn't have. And I was just like, guy was like, okay, we got to hit it. Oh, now they're just stopping talking about that stupid pug again. So, yeah. And yeah, so I mean, of course, we used to, use their name, on Facebook up until like the last year or so, where the algorithms have just seemed to have gotten out of control. People in the gardening board are getting shut down for using the word HOE. like it's some it was derogatory word or whatever, and people have been gone to Facebook jail for mentioning a garden hoe in like, a gardening group on, oh, what tools do you like or whatever. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's gone out of hand. So very cool. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. I don't think a lot of the other things, the shop, a lot of that stuff would not be accessories. I wet my plants. Oh, so the merch store. Merch store. Plant lady. Oh, that's a cute little keychain. I like the plant one. You got your can cozy, little bags, and some hats. I don't wear that style hat very often, only when I'm at work painting. So otherwise, no. Oh, apparel. Keep calm and garden on. Oh my God, that picture of Luke's baby in the hoodie, wearing the hoodie as a Snuggie, is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. It was so funny. Oh, one more thing I wanted to try out. Let's just try a couple of these, see if you guys can get Jeopardy. Oh, it's backwards. I'm showing the wrong side. Jeopardy. I have a few Jeopardy questions. So I'm going to go and I'll probably check around and see. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. So I'm going to take that off the screen. How do I take it down? Stop screen. There we go. I can't even think the last time I heard anyone call anyone else that tool. It's an insult that's gone out of style, I think. Exactly, right? Like, who uses that term? There's so many other derogatory terms we can use instead of that. Like, yeah. And a lot of times the people that you do, they wear it with pride. Okay. Oh my God, these are gonna be easy. The category is the fall season. And honestly, just whoever gets to answer in first, I'm not going to penalize you for not doing it in the form of a question. But if you want to answer in the form of a question, by all means do. Okay, football games are a big part of this fall tradition at high schools where past graduates return. Am I going to get in trouble for whistling the theme song? Football games are a big part of this fall tradition at high schools where past graduates return. I actually had no idea that that's why it was called that. Homecoming. Yeah. What is homecoming? Very good, Danny. Oh, Danny got it first and in a question. Very nice. You use it? Yeah, I've used it too, and I've never gotten in trouble before either. So I don't know why some people get dinged for it and others don't. In the Northern Hemisphere, the first day of fall falls in which month? Yeah, I didn't realize homecoming was like former graduates coming back because we were never allowed to go to homecoming. So I never been to homecoming. I didn't really know what it was all about. What is September? Very good. I see. Yeah, I had no idea. No idea. Almost called the Fall Harvest Latte, this fan favorite at Starbucks debuted in 2003. Oh my goodness. Can you think of how many memes? No worries. No worries. September is the answer. The first day of fall is in September. Can you imagine all the memes if they had called it the Fall Harvest Latte? It just does not have the same flair as pumpkin spice latte. Yeah. It's a small bite or touch of cold in the air on an autumn night. You got fast fingers tonight. Yeah, Danny's flying. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's a small bite or a touch of cold in the air on an autumn night. Nicole probably doesn't know what this is. Oh, she does. She got it first. I didn't know if you ever had a nip in the air down in Texas. Very good. Nip. What is nip? To change. I don't know what happened there. Sorry. To change color, leaves slow down and stop production of this green pigment. What are the chances the first one I grabbed was gardening related? That's pretty cool. So to change color, leave, slow down, and stop production of what color of this green pigment? I've never thought of it as a green pigment, but I mean, that's what it does. What is chlorophyll? Yes, not to be confused with chloroform. Completely different. Ooh, dog breeds. For 200. Among these dogs, the water type has a poodle-like coat, while the cocker's is long and silky. Well, that one just kind of gives it away. No wonder it's only 200 points. Among these dogs, the water type has a poodle-like coat, while the cocker's is long and silky. What is spaniel? Very good. Zeus, for 400. Zeus, the tallest dog ever at 44 inches in height, was this breed that originated in Germany, not Denmark. I did not know that. 44 inches. How do you keep your food off? I mean, Dexter's a pain in the butt and he's so short. Like, I cannot imagine having like a giant dog that can just like, how do you deal with that? Oh my God. Yes. Great Dane. Clocked at over 40 miles per hour. Not Dexter. The fastest breed of dog can outrun racehorses. Although there was one of these at the dog park. Well, I think it was a Great Dane and this crossed. That's what it looked like to me. And he was running and he was so fast. And poor little Dexter was just trying to keep up with him. It was funny. Great Dane. Yes. Oh, sorry. What is the Greyhound? Sorry. I went back to the wrong question. Yes. In the early 19th century, Barry, a dog of this breed, saved more than 40 people in the Swiss Alps. I like a lot of the bigger dogs, but they slobber. And I can't take the slobber. It gags me so bad. And that's the one thing I like about pugs is they're like the stocky, smushy face, but they don't drool. Yes, Saint Bernard. Very good. This breed of sporting dog that originated in Newfoundland was brought to England by fishermen around 1800. Bum, 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 bum. This breed of sporting dog that originated in Newfoundland was brought to England by fishermen around 1800. Where's my button? I don't know where my no button is tonight. I could have used my no button. It's not Weimaraner. Nope, not Spaniel. Ooh. We are confusing a few people right now. Woohoo, this is exciting. What is Newfoundland? Newfoundland's in the question. What is it called though? Newfoundland. It's not that. Okay, if you know anything about Canadian geography, there are two places that form a province, and it's Newfoundland and do I have any Canadians in here tonight? Newfoundland and it is also probably one of the most common breed of dogs in the North Pacific. No, where are we at? North America. Probably one of the most common. What is? I read that as Cheapskate Bay Retriever, not Chesapeake Bay. Nova Scotia trolling dog. Nope. St. John's. Nope. Brunswick. Nope. Nova Scotia. Nope. This is a province. It's part of Newfoundland. It's Newfoundland and it's kind of like Trinidad and Tobago. It is Newfoundland and this place, and it's actually located north of Newfoundland. And I don't know if anyone actually even lives there. Like you never hear about it. It's just, I don't know why they're connected. Ooh, everyone is stumped, and you're going to be like, what? Would I tell you the answer? Because it's the most common breed of dog, Labrador. Very good, Danny. Yes. So the province is called Newfoundland and Labrador. So yeah, The Labrador Retriever was from, as a sporting dog, originated in Newfoundland. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Yes, Labrador is a place, and then Newfoundlander is also a giant breed of dog. They we went to the dog park last weekend. There were 2 Newfoundlanders, and they're so fluffy and soft. They're just like smushy, mushy, mushy. They were beautiful, beautiful dogs, super friendly too, but just big, massive dogs. And the Newfoundland dogs are trained as lifesavers. Yeah, they like literally jump out of helicopters. The Newfoundland dogs, they're trained to jump out of helicopters to rescue people in the water. It's absolutely crazy if you watch the videos of them. They'll lower the helicopter over the rough ocean and the dogs just jump right in and go swim over and rescue people. It's pretty cool. On Netflix. We'll see if y'all are watching Netflix. Oh yeah, I saw that in the movie Must Love Dogs. I never did see that movie. On Netflix for $200 on Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown plays this numerically named character. I've never seen Stranger Things, actually. Or Must Love Dog. Who is 11? All right. In 2017, Netflix welcomed Jerry Seinfeld and his series Comedians in Cars Getting This. Nicole, who's 1? You misspelled 11. Getting coffee. Yes. Very nice. DJ and Kimmy's high school reunion and Curse of Tanner Manor are episodes of this sitcom. DJ and Kimmy's high school reunion and Curse of Tanner Manor are episodes of this sitcom. And if you do not have a tween or a teenage kid, you probably never watched the reboot of this. Think of the names: DJ, Kimmy, Tanners, the Tanners. Not Who's the Boss. Nope. It was a reboot of a series that I watched growing up. Fuller House. There you go. And then they did a reboot a few years ago that was really popular amongst the young girls. And it was them all grown up. It was kind of a weird series. She sparks joy as the host of Tidying Up. I actually read her book. It's very good. I applied all of it, as you can tell. Marie Kondo, yes. Gourmet food from around the world takes center stage on the documentary series Chef's This. What is Don't Watch TV? Danny's a rock star. Yes, but I didn't realize that Marie Kondo had a TV show. I just read her book. It's called Chef's Table. All right. Are you guys done for the night, or you want to do another one? Ooh, food facts. I got food facts. Poetry. You want to do one more? We'll do one more. Food facts. The morel, a wild type of this edible fungus, should not be eaten raw. It can cause an upset stomach. Holding strong at 0. It's okay, Felicia. It's okay. Try this one. Nicole beat you there. What is a mushroom? Very good. Ooh, here we go. This green Asian horseradish is usually served as a condiment with sushi. What is wasabi? Here come the answers flying in. Everyone knows wasabi. Good job, everybody. The edible portions of the cabbage palm tree are called these of palm. The edible portions of the cabbage palm tree are called these of palm. Hearts of palm. There you go. You got it, Felicia. She got it first. Good job. Cabbage palm tree. I mean, I've had hearts of palm. But I never really thought about where they came from. I've never heard of a cabbage palm tree. Now I want one. Widely used for cooking in India, ghee is a clarified form of this. Butter. Ooh, also a chess piece category for 200. To leave something as a guarantee in return for money. To leave something, I would say I wouldn't have thought of this as the definition of it, but I mean it is, but I would have thought of a different term for this. What is pawn? Yeah. Sir Galahad. So keep in mind the category is also a chess piece. Sir Galahad. We are the knights who say. It's okay, Tim. I know it's hard, and you could even be on a bit of a delay too, so people might be typing before you hear it. Don't worry. There's no points. No one's keeping track. Yes. What is a knight? Historical books in the Old Testament, both 1 and 2. Yeah. Who is that? Oh, Hickory Croft. We were doing a lot of references to make sure it's not an emergency. There were a lot of references to Monty Python on their live the other night too. Like the coconuts. The coconut's not migratory. No emergencies. Just making sure it's not someone trying to. Probably some sewing related nonsense. What are kings? Yes, first and second kings. Remember, Felicia, it is also called a chess piece. A Eurasian member of the crow family. Good luck with this one. Yeah, a lot of Monty Python going on. Oh, you asked Blue to critique your accent. Very nice. What are rooks? Very good. Desmond Tutu. It's only a flesh wound. Bring me a shrubbery. Oh, yes, all the shrubberies. Oh, my goodness. Well, you know what? Thank you guys so much for restoring my mood. Yeah, I had just the whole day was just so frustrating. It's like I had so much I wanted to get done. And it is what is a bishop? Correct answer. She said it needs work, but was pretty decent. Didn't want to make it turn the show off like many do. Hey, I'm glad you what is castle? Oh, that would have been queen. The answer is bishop. Yeah, I had no anyway. I've never actually, I do not know how to play chess. I can play checkers. Not well. But I've never really learned how to play. What is fun? I don't know. I hope it's my live. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little different tonight. Yeah, it was fun. I had fun. It brightened my mood. It gives me hope for tomorrow that things will all be going on better. Oh, thank you so much, Unicorn Lady. Great. David just going crazy over there. He's just trying to get bonus points for coming up with something. So let me see like what's going on next week. So next Thursday is the 15th. So I have 2 more. There's 2 more weeks before 2 more weeks before Christmas. So if I don't go live next week, I might not. It just depends on, how busy we're getting towards the Christmas season, but I'll definitely probably go live on the 22nd, a nice Christmas party type thing. And don't forget to watch my video tomorrow coming out. I'll pop it back up on the screen. it is a candy Christmas. And there's 2 videos coming out every day from Southern Roots with Sherry. The link is in the description of the video. And if you go and comment on all the videos, then you will be entered to win some giveaways. And she's doing giveaways 3 times throughout the series. So the first one was on the 6th. So you missed that one if you weren't there. But it's also going to be on the 13th and the 20th. So you have opportunities to enter. But you do have to go and watch and comment on all the videos in the series. And there's 2 a day for 20 days. So that's 40 videos. But there are some amazing recipes out there, and they're not cookie recipes. I know there's another cookie collab going on, but these are all candy. And a lot of them are really simple, 2, 3 ingredients, and a lot of different channels are involved in it. And ours is coming out tomorrow. We made popcorn balls. I'm not going to lie, they look kind of gross. Just because the way the chocolate's melting is trust me, they're absolutely delicious. They're really good. And if you stay around to the end of the video, you will get to see the outtakes with Dexter breaking through. He kept getting into the kitchen while we were working, and unfortunately, you don't really see him too much. It's just me looking at the camera and then laughing my ass off. So that's how that video went. So that's going live tomorrow around 8 a.m. So go check that out and check out all the other videos in the series. And I'm probably going to pop on in and say hi to Bland's Promised Land Ranch. So if you want to pop on over there, let them know that I sent you, get a little bit of credit. Yeah, I got to remember to try and do my merch video. So we'll see how that goes. But I am wearing my Lazy Days Ahead today because it's super exciting. So this is going to be really awkward. Let's see if I can do this. So I made these pants a few years ago, and I love the fabric and they're super soft, but I never have anything to wear with them. And it turns out that the Lazy Days Ahead shirt is the exact same shade of teal and black, and so is the LG Homestead shirt I have. So, oh, they aren't live tonight. Oh, well, you can go do whatever you want then. Oh my goodness, they're sick too. Thank you. I hope it goes better. Monica is sick. Is there a few of the oh no. I don't blame them. And I almost think I did see something about that and I forgot. Yeah, so very matchy. I'm just very excited that it actually matches. Because when it came in the mail, I was like, oh, I love that color. Even though I picked it out, I just, you look online and it comes and it's just, I really like the color. And I was like, oh, they match my pants that nothing else matches. I mean, I can wear just plain black shirts, but sometimes you want to zhuzh it up a bit. Who else? Danny canceled her live last night. MT Homestead canceled their live last night. They were sick. There's so much of that going around. So hopefully everyone will be feeling better soon. And yeah, don't forget to watch the video. And I got so many more I got to edit. I have a really fun one. We went to the Christmas market on Sunday out in Glen Williams, which is a little town just north of here. And it was like the most Hallmarky experience I've ever had. I felt like I was in a Hallmark movie. It's a really nice little town that has, it's very artsy. There's lots of art studios, pottery studios. There's a glass blowing studio. It's all open to the public to walk through and visit. And they had that all open up. They had the town hall with some tables and booths in there with like kids selling stuff. And then they had blocked down part of Main Street and they had a bunch of booths out there. And then, so kind of where Main Street was, and then down the street a little bit is what's called Main Street Market, and they took over an old mechanics garage. That place is magical. So it's a coffee shop. So they have like coffee and donuts, and no, not donuts, but coffee and scones and things like that. And then they've just enlarged to where they have gifts, like home decor type stuff, and it's all made by local artisans and artists. So there's like honeys and woodworking and this and that. So I've posted a few of those things on my Instagram if you've seen that already. Hey, Big Tiny's Outdoors, how are you doing? Welcome in tonight. So yeah, it's a really pretty store, and they do the fancy coffees, and then outside they have the seating area, and they have like 4 or 5 different seating areas set up with big we call them Muskoka chairs here, but Adirondack chairs, and then there's a fire pit in the middle, and then they have blankets on some of the chairs, so you can go out and sit and have your coffee and your drinks. It's beautiful. And in the summertime, I don't know how it's going right now. I think it's probably weather permitting, but in the summertime, on the weekends, there's live music, and it's just really, really nice. But they had, so that's there. And then just up and around the corner, not even a block away, is the old mill, and it's called Beaumont Mill, and they've turned it into an antique store. And so we pop in there every once in a while and go check stuff out. My daughter, I think she found a little necklace she liked and stuff there. So I did take some pictures and film in all of these places. But what they did is they set up this little I don't know, it's not a hayride, a tractor pull. It was this cool little tractor, and it had seats. It seated 40 people. And what they would do is they would take you from the end of Main Street, where the farmers market area was, the Christmas market. And then you could stop either at the Main Street market, or you could go up around the corner up to the mill. So they had 3 stops, and it was really fun. We got out there. So I was with my daughter and her friend. So we got to take the ride, and then they had like a little passport. If you went to all 3 places, you got it stamped, and then they're doing drawings and stuff. So, but yeah, it was just a very Christmassy, magical feeling in the air. Everyone was having fun. There was lots of food and candies and all kinds of stuff. It was just they really, really well done. They've done a great job on it. So I will probably go back to that every year. The Main Street Market in Glen Williams, weather permitting. But yeah. Hey, Sheppy, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, so that was really fun. So I'm going to be getting ready with a video on that. And then I discovered footage when I was uploading the video for the footage for my the mini garden. So if you haven't seen that, I am finally finished with the Christmas decor in the mini garden out front. Except for the fact that we had a windstorm on Sunday, and it knocked over my urn. Everything fell out. It knocked over my other planter. Everything fell out, and it was all frozen. So I couldn't even put it back in straight. It was all wonky. And yeah, so that was a bit of a plant catastrophe. I filmed it. I went out. I managed to fix it. Everything's gonna be very different and lower. So that happened. But while I was doing all this and I uploaded the video, I totally forgot that I had filmed just a little clip of us making the sausage and my pumpkin video. So I make a Guyanese style stew pumpkin recipe, which is really good. It's super easy to make. It's healthy. It tastes really good with roti, and you can have it with breakfast or whatever. So I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that video. Yeah, so that will be coming out soon. So I do have a few videos to edit, and then I'll probably be doing a video Christmas decor in the house, which is very, very minimal this year. I did my village and I did the tree, and the tree I did different than normal, and there's no ornaments within like the bottom foot because I just did not know how Dexter was going to handle it. Hey, Dixieland, how are you? And I didn't know how like I didn't want to do the train under it. I didn't want to do the mini village under it because I didn't know if Dexter would just destroy it. But fortunately, so far he's left the tree alone. He's fascinated by the village, but he just goes up on the back of the couch and looks at it, but he can't reach it. So we're good on that point. So that would probably be a very short video because there's not a lot that I have done for Christmas this year. Normally I decorate all in the entryway and all of that, but that's his room. So I was like, you know what? He doesn't need anything in here distracting him or trying to jump at anything while we're not home. So it's a very minimal in here. So I'm just trying to think of like things that will be coming out this month. Probably some more food videos. I'm hoping to do, I bought a huge bag. Like I keep forgetting to check the weight. Like it's an enormous bag of apples for $5. They were windfall apples at one of the local apple farms. So there could be some apple videos coming soon. I want to make the apple pie filling, but I can't find the, it's the thickener. Clear gel, I think it's called Clear Gel. I went to Walmart and I went to Canadian Tire. They both said on their website that they had it and they did not have it. So I might just go ahead and make it without that and then just use a thickener when I use it. I would also like to try and make like a apple pie filling jam. I'm not sure how I feel about apple butter. I haven't had it in a long time, but I don't really remember being a huge fan of it. And then I did see some videos where you're just canning basically the apples with some sugar, and then you can do whatever you want after. So yeah, I'll probably be coming up with some apple jam, apples something videos. I need to make my garden huckleberry jam. I need that. I don't think I like apple butter. Yeah, I like apple. Does anyone have any? I should put out a call for this. Does anyone have any like apple recipes that are not like with cinnamon? I love apple and cinnamon, but it just seems like there should be other things you can do with apple, right? Like more savory. I love chutney. Like I love a good apple chutney, but nobody else in the family does. So I might make a small batch for me, but they won't touch it. They don't like anything like that, chutneys or minced meats or anything like that. I do. Um, the last time I had a bunch of apples I needed to use up, I just sauteed them in a pan with some butter and brown sugar and a little bit of vanilla and cinnamon and nutmeg. And I waited, cooked them down. And then I filled them into tortilla and I wrapped them up and I rubbed them with butter and I threw them in the air fryer and they were really good. So that's always, a quick way to use them up too. I was looking at apple fritter videos, and I was laying on the couch and they just all looked way more involved than I had the motivation for that night. So I saw that one and I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to do that. Also, I like the ones where they do like the caramel or the candy apples, but instead of the whole apple, you just do the slices. That way it's easier to eat, it's easier to bite into, and you get a much higher candy or caramel ratio to apple in each bite. So I like that idea. But yeah, like I've done like the savory apple, like apple, onions and stuff, garlic, alongside pork. I like that. My daughter doesn't. She likes the apple sweet. So I might just do some like air fryer apples with butter and cinnamon, but it just seems like there should be more to it. I do like it in salads. So, I'll be making more fancy salads, as my daughter calls them. So I went to this sewing retreat in November and it was at Creve Hills retreat, and it was just less than an hour away from here, but they are very well known for their chef and everything is garden to table. They have a farm there. They have sheep and they grow all kinds of stuff. They make all their own jams and butters and honeys and all that. And the food was so good. And every night there was a different salad that was absolutely amazing. So I've come home and I've tried to recreate this. And so one of my favorite ones was this vinaigrette. The salad had all kinds of stuff in it. It was mixed greens, and they had like really, really thinly sliced like beets and turnips and I don't know what else. Absolutely beautiful looking salad. There was goat cheese crumbled in, and there was strawberries sliced, grapes, blueberries. And then the dressing was wild grape vinaigrette. So it was so good. Like we almost just wanted to drink it out of the jug that they had for you to pour it on. So we went and asked, and they said that they make it themselves with their wild grape jelly from their wild grapes that grow on the farm. And basically all it was is wild grape jelly with white wine vinaigrette and olive oil. Very simple, very basic vinaigrette. So I came home and I was like, okay, well, I don't have wild grape jelly, but I do have homemade crabapple jelly. So I made my own version with the crabapple jelly, and I made the salad, and I had blueberries, I had grapes, I think I had strawberries, and then I used the mixed greens, and then and they had seeds, lots of different seeds and stuff in it. And I have the seed package. It's called Uncrouton. Costco's clearing them out. Uncrouton, but it's basically a mix of like pumpkin seeds and all different kinds of seeds that you can throw in onto a salad to give you a little bit of crisp without using croutons. So I put that on and then the vinaigrette, and it was absolutely delicious. So my daughter, of course, thought it was hideous, but it was amazing. So I'm probably gonna do a video on that this weekend because I bought, and it's so pretty. I bought at Costco a rose wine rose wine vinegar. It was so pretty. The bottle is so pretty. And I was like, oh, I need to buy this because I need to make more of these vinaigrettes with my jams. My jam. So yeah, I had never really thought of using jam to make vinaigrettes, and it's a great idea because the jam is usually fairly well balanced, right? It's going to have your tart, it's going to have your sweet, it's going to have the nice flavor, and then just a little bit of oil and vinaigrette, and it's something you can just kind of make. It only lasts for a day or two, and you don't have to have it like make a big batch of it because it was so simple. It's 3 ingredients, and I think any jam would work. Hey, you Grow, how are you doing tonight? Welcome in. Nice to see you. I'm telling them about this fabulous salad I had, and I've been trying to recreate it. And the bread, I have not eaten that much bread in so long. The bread was so amazing there. Every meal, it was something different and it was hearty and they cut it in like these big slabs with butter on it. Like the food was fabulous. And it was very simple. And the first night I was a little concerned because I was like, I don't know about this because it was a gluten-free pasta in a red sauce with meat, Beyond Meat sausage. And I'm not a big Beyond Meat person. I either want meat or I don't want meat. I don't want to pretend like this is meat. But it was actually very tasty. The flavor in the Beyond Meat sausage was very good. The texture was a little weird. But the pasta, it was a rice, I guess a rice-based penne. And I would never have known it was gluten-free. And the sauce was beautiful. Like it was and it was from like their tomatoes and their basil from their farm. Absolutely beautiful. And then it was just that and like a salad and the most amazing bread and butter. And then that night, I think we had like the chocolate mousse. And they served all the desserts and the fruit they served in little jam jars. And it was so cute. And so you could just go up at it was like a little buffet. You could go and you dished up your plate and then you would grab your little dessert at the end. And so then, of course, everyone was like, I only want to eat my fruit in a little jam jar. They were so cute. And then one of the other meals, what did we eat? What else did we have? Like everything was just so good. Like the soup. Oh, so the next day we had like this curry squash. Oh, it was butternut squash or what kind of squash it was, but it was a curry squash soup. And then it had was it a salad? All I know is there was soup and bread and I was happy. But yeah, there was a salad, but it was a different dressing. That one was more of like an herbal vinaigrette, lemony, whatever. It was very good as well. What else did we have? The meal. So we were there. We had 2 dinners and 2 lunches. Oh, beef. So we had like roast beef, like a very rare roast beef with some rice and some roasted veggies. And again, salad. We had the salads were so good. And the dressings were all homemade vinaigrettes. They were lovely. We had minted fruit for dinner one night. So it was strawberries and blueberries and mason jar. And then it had like this mint syrup drizzled on them with little mint leaves and a little whipped cream on them. Very good. And then I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh. I thought I will never forget these foods. The last meal, they made sandwiches and they made 3 different kinds of sandwiches. Oh my God. These sandwiches were well, first of all, the bread. So they get the bread from Cobb's Bakery, which has like the most amazing bread. But they had like these big brioche buns and then it had like this smoked, it was like a smoked Gouda and salami and like fresh greens in there. And then they had it was a chicken wrap. It was like a teriyaki chicken wrap sandwich. And then that was the day that they had the vinaigrette with the wild grape vinaigrette. And because I walked in and I was kind of a little disappointed just to see, because you're paying for this, right? I was a little disappointed to see these just sandwiches and salad, but I was like, oh, well, whatever, right? Oh my God, they were so good. Those sandwiches were absolutely amazing. And then they had extra. So they're like, here, take some home. So I took some home and then Randy and I had it later. He's like, oh, this is really good. I was like, yeah, these sandwiches were really good. And then breakfast, we had French toast one day and we had like the next one day it was like French toast and then fruit, beautiful fruit trays. And then the other day it was like scrambled eggs, turkey sausage, not sold on it. It was all right. Real bacon. Yay. And the most amazing blueberry scones I'd ever had. They were so good. And so that inspired me to actually make some blueberry scones last weekend. And that recipe, I posted it on my community tab. If you haven't seen that, honestly, that is the best scones I've ever comparable with the ones there. Absolutely amazing recipe. So go check that out. It's from, I can't think of the name of it. I'm a fan of her blog. But yeah, it's on my community tab. They were really, really good. They're lemon blueberry scones. They were so good. So much good food. I had a frozen burrito for dinner. Wah, wah, wah. Sorry about that. Not a fan of turkey. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of turkey. Like I'm okay with like the big turkey dinner once a year, and I'm good on that. But don't be pulling the turkey bacon or the turkey sausage. No, not falling for that. And then I'm trying to think. So yeah, we did the minted fruit. Oh, banana bread. What's it called? Um, banana bread pudding. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love banana bread and I love bread pudding, but I never thought of putting them together. It was absolutely delicious. Yeah. Um, I was like, I'm gonna have to sew a whole new wardrobe when I get home from this. It's a good thing it's only 2 days because like we ate so good. And it's funny because it's like, so breakfast was like at 8, and then you would go back to the main room and you would sew until 12:30, which was lunch, and then we go and eat lunch, and then you'd sew, and then dinner was at 5:30, and it was like, oh, 5:30 comes fast, right? And then everyone brought snacks. So I didn't bring a ton of snacks. I brought like some Halloween candy and some drinks and stuff. But like some people, like there was shortbread, there was gingerbread cookies, there was um uh brownies there. I mean, like so many, everyone like baked something and brought it. So it's like when you weren't eating in there eating, like you're eating there, like there was so much food. So we were like, next year we're like, yeah, okay, because we're going to do this again next year. We're not bringing, like, we don't need this kind of snacks because the meals are quite frequent and they are so good. So everyone's like, yeah, we'll cut back on the snacks because there were leftovers. There was so much. But yeah, anytime you wanted to get up and you're kind of frustrated with what you were sewing, you could go over and get yourself a cup of coffee or tea, and grab a cookie or something. But yeah, the one lady, she made meringues. We had meringues. We had and then the other one, she made these like spicy they were spicy chipotle cheese shortbread. Like yeah, they went all out. I was just like, I grabbed just some like snacky stuff. I like wasn't I was like, oh my god, that's this is a lot of food. But everyone was like, oh my god. But we had the greatest time. It was fun. There were 12 of us there, and I had never met any of them before. And we just all had kind of found this website. She had planned it 2 years ago. And so we had heard about it 2 years ago, and we were like, yeah, I want to go to this retreat. And then of course it was canceled because of you know what. And so it had taken this long to get it back going again. And so, hey, Bougie Prepper, how are you? Welcome in. So yeah, it was like, I wasn't like scared, like, or nervous, whatever, because I get along with pretty much most everybody. And I was going there to sew anyway. So I was like, oh, if I don't really want to hang out with them, I don't have to, I'll just sew. And there were 12 people, and I was probably the median age. So they were younger, they were older. Only 2 other groups knew each other. There's a mother and daughter that were there, and then 2 friends that came, but no one else had ever met anyone else there before. And it was a very diverse group of ages and skill sets and nationalities, and it was just a really great experience. And there was not one bad egg in the group. Like everyone just hit it off and got along so well with everyone. Like it didn't matter where you sat for the meals, you didn't care who you sat with, you just mixed it up, and it was a great experience. And everyone had decided they wanted their own room instead of having to share a room. And now we were like, yeah. They're like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care if I share a room, because honestly, you're not in the room very much, right? Like you go back to the room at like maybe 10 or 11 at night and you sleep, and then you get up and you have to be at breakfast by 8, right? Need one of those in the States. There are tons of them in the States, actually. It's tons of sewing retreats. 2 of the ladies that were at ours had been to ones, Pennsylvania. I think there was one in Pennsylvania they'd been to. Some of them are more quilting oriented. Some of the sewing retreats, they'll be like, okay, it's like a sew along. This is what we're all sewing this item, or it's this kind of a thing, or it's quilting specific. Ours was just come and sew whatever you want. So we had 3 different ladies were working on quilts. One other lady was making a lot of pants and jackets for herself. The 2 ladies at the back were working on making outfits for their kids. So they had hoodies and dresses. The other lady at the back was making this really nice hoodie, and she was working on a few other projects. I was doing mainly clothes. The lady next to me was doing clothes and stuffed animals. The lady, just, it was just a real mix of people and sewing levels. So there were some people that were like, oh, they were really good at quilting, but they never, put in a zipper or something like that. And so it was one of those things where people would just be like, oh, here, let me help you and show you. So everyone had something to give and to share and to teach everybody else. So that was really cool. And one of the ladies there, she had actually taught a lot of sewing classes over the years. She was an older lady, and she'd actually done a lot of teaching of sewing classes. So she just went and sat down with the other two ladies and walked them all the way through sewing this zipper in their hoodie. And then the other younger lady, Colleen, was just setting up her business in repairing and doing sewing machine maintenance. So she kind of showed everyone, she walk around and show you little tips for cleaning your machines. And the one lady goes, I have no idea what to do. So she helped her. Someone else had something stuck on their machine. So she got her toolkit out and helped them. So it was just a really nice meeting of spirits, I guess you could say, of common interests and everything. It was great. No one wanted it to end. And everyone was like, she's like, I'm booking it for next year. And we were all like, we'll be there. So come hell or high water, I'm going to be at that retreat next year. And the price I thought was really, really reasonable. The room itself was very, very basic. It was very clean, very nice. There are quilts on all the beds, which was cute. No TV in the rooms or anything, but you didn't need it because you weren't in there. You weren't spending time in the room hanging out or anything. And then, so the room where we did the sewing was like in a community center, and they had a couple different rooms in there. So we were in the lower level, and then there was an upper level as well. And then next to it was like, I don't know, it's like a lodge. I guess it was called a lodge. And there was 3 floors, and each floor had 4 rooms, and the rooms were huge, and there were 2 beds in every room. And then at the front, there was like this big there was a big room in the front, and there was like a big fireplace and like board games and big comfy chairs and things like that. We didn't even go in there and turn on the lights because we were just there to go to the sewing section. But that was a really cool place too. So I could see people, doing like family reunions. But they do a lot of retreats there, all different kinds. They do some sewing retreats. It's basically, I think it's a Presbyterian owned church retreat type place, but they host any and all treats. When we were there was also a yoga retreat going on. So they do a lot of things like that. And sometimes it's just ladies retreats. There was one, I followed them on Instagram now, Crieff Hills. It's hard to say, Crieff Hills Resort. And I think it was like these ladies have been going there since like 1980 every year. And I guess they couldn't go the last 2 years because it was canceled, but it's like just this group of friends that get together and go every year for a retreat for ladies weekend or whatever. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, it wasn't like the food was amazing, but the retreat itself was not. It was a very, very basic, simplified. Oh, and apparently there's people that go there to go hermiting. So they rent like a cabin, and then their food gets dropped off at the door, and then there's like no electronics, there's no phones, no nothing, and it's just completely unplugging from everything for however long they stay. So it could be a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever. They can go and hermit there, which if you're going to hermit somewhere, you might as well do it where there's amazing food getting dropped off at your door. So I don't know if you do. I don't know if you actually need a retreat for that. I think you're doing just fine. Yeah, they do them for all different kinds of crafts. So my neighbor, a couple of houses down, she goes to scrapbooking retreats where she'll go for the weekend or whatever. And yeah, so she'll go for the weekend and all that. And they do scrapbooking. So there's probably a retreat. We should do like a plant growing retreat, like seed retreat. Whoop, whoop, seed retreat. And we all go and we just start all our little seeds and seedlings. No, that would be a disaster. Transporting them home. Very bad idea. Okay, seed buying retreat. Plant shopping retreat. Maybe just educational retreat, seed retreat. I think seed retreat's fun. We could do the baggie method, right? That would be safe to transport. We could do the baggie method seed retreat. Bring your seeds, bring your baggies, bring your paper towel. We got this. You do seed swap retreats. Yeah, plant retreats. I like this. I like where this is going. Cuttings. Yeah, bring your own seeds. You could do cuttings, plant starts, divisions, things like that. Be like a big plant sale sleepover with really good food. This sounds like a plan. I'm actually hoping, so everyone down there is constantly doing all these meetups and I was going to say hookups, but I don't know about that. That part hasn't been televised. Meetups. And honestly, I've only met Bonnie from Artist in the Garden here. And I know we're all kind of spread out here in Canada. Corn-fed life. Hey, welcome in. How are you doing? Howdy from the prairie. Welcome in. I'm hoping this year that Canada Blooms goes as planned. I haven't heard anything about it yet. I should check. But Canada Blooms is the big flower show in Toronto, and it runs every March break. And we usually go every year. We usually get free tickets from the realtors that love us for some reason. So they usually send us free passes to go, but it's just, I love going. It's just so nice to see. And it used to actually be a lot more with the plants. Now they've kind of, it's like the plant and Canada Blooms and the home show are kind of together. And now it's like they're crowding out the plant part, but it's still really nice to go and just have something to do, because that is usually just a horrible month here. It's cold, it's dreary, it's nasty, even though it's March break or spring break, as you like to call it. It's not spring here. It's nasty and cold. And it's just nice to go in and smell dirt because they do like these big staged gardens that you can kind of tour through. So that's really nice. And then they sell some stuff, and, it's just fun to look through. And there's always, the row of, the booths and all the vendors and stuff too. So it's always really fun to go. So I talked about it last year, but they, of course, canceled it. They didn't have it. So I'm hoping I'll have to come January, February, I'll have to plug it a lot more to maybe try and get a bit of a YouTube meetup at Canada Blooms for people in the area. So Bonnie's not too far away. There's a few people that are down south of me. Suburban Gardenista is not too far. And then we have Nino and Low. Try to see who else might be in the area, but it would be nice just to at least meet up and see a few different people in the area. Actually, there's a few that I haven't seen or heard from in a long time. I've probably got knocked off their YouTube algorithms. I haven't seen anything from them in ages either. Was it Canadian Jamaican family? I used to watch some of their videos, and they're in Toronto. So hopefully you can meet up with at least a few people, but it would be lovely to be able to make it down to something down in the States. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, I would love to be able to go, and I would love to be able to go to the Soil Family Expo. The only problem is the timing that weekend to get there. It would, it would probably be a week, right? I'd be gone almost a week. And that is like prime plant care time. I just don't know if I could leave all my babies alone for a week at that time period. And they would just like all die, and there would be my garden. I don't know. Cause I know like all y'all down in Atlanta, your gardens have all been planted by then. Whereas I still got like another month to go. So, thanks. So this backdrop is, it's because I am part of the It's a Candy Christmas collab, and my video is going out tomorrow morning. So don't mix it, and watch all the other videos. Daz's video looks so good and easy. I got to see if I can find those chow mein noodles. It's just chocolate, peanut butter, and like these crispy fried noodles, and you mix them up and then just make these little, normally he said they do nests, but he did wreaths for Christmas. And then some of them are like, there's Christmas bark, there's Oreo, there's cookie, not cookies, because it's not a cookie collab. But like they made cookies with like the Rice Krispies. I think that was Nine Acre Farms. So you put like peanut butter in the, and then the rice, nope, Ritz crackers, peanut butter, and then they dipped them in chocolate. Lots of different things like that, like candy, Christmas candy ideas. And most of them are like 2 or 3 ingredients and super quick and easy to make. So some really great, easy recipes, and a nice range of channels. There were some new channels for me I hadn't seen before, or checked out or watched. So hopefully we all get a few boosts. Because yeah, the channel's been I've been just like barely floating along lately. I am not putting out as many videos. I just don't have as much content right now, of course. And then I do have videos apparently that I just haven't bothered to edit because I forgot I had footage. So I will be editing a few videos and trying to get them out more. And and something else I want to do hopefully this weekend is I want to go to some of the local nurseries that have all of their Christmas stuff in, right? So they got trees, there's poinsettias, there's all kinds of Christmas plants and decorations. I love going and walking through some of those. They always smell so good. So hopefully, yeah, lost footage videos. That's what we should do. The archives. Because you go, I film something and I upload the video, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what? There's other stuff on here I never uploaded. I forgot it was even on there. Probably a few more dog park. Oh my God, did you see Dexter at the dog park? I'm going the wrong way. So cute. Oh my God, he's so cute. Look at his little face. His little feet. And he's just looking right at the camera and he's smiling. And oh my gosh, it's so cute. Let's see those summer tomatoes. Oh, these ones? These are my weird tomatoes. We have no idea what kind of tomatoes these are. They said black creme. Those are not black creme tomatoes. Those are the creepy weird tomatoes. Do I have any other? Oh, this is a great tomato picture. I can never decide which way to go. I gotta move out of the way. There we go. Oh, my chair is blocking it now. So these are absolutely delicious tomatoes, by the way. Can I go the other way? No. So these are the chocolate Tasmanian dwarf tomatoes. You can't see it here, but they do get nice brown on this side. Dexter is a big fan of tomatoes. Almost as much as Gizmo, but yeah, I didn't get it. Tomatoes it was not a great year for tomatoes, just because just wasn't warm enough. I hate to say it, but it just wasn't. We didn't have a lot of heat, and I'm finding where I have my tomatoes situated, I just think they're getting a lot of shade. It looks like Dexter's trying to bite me. It just, I don't think it gets enough sun now. The plants are all getting too big, and yeah, so they're called dwarf chocolate Tasmanian. See if I can get out of the way, but then okay, you can see a little bit of the shoulder here. I can get out of the way, but then my chair's in the way. Oh, maybe if I move the chair this way. Oh, I'm gonna knock everything over. There, can you see him now? Chair's still in the way. Awkward. But those I'm gonna call, those were my favorite. Those were my favorite. Hey, Devil Dog, welcome in. Those were definitely my favorite tomatoes of 2022. Those are the ones I did for the MIG grow off. So I started those in January, and then I grew them in the house, and they got huge. They were like 4 feet tall in that container. Because I couldn't plan anything out until I started them, and they said dwarf. And the package, like when you read it, it says 18 inches. And mine were like 3 feet tall in the house, which was obnoxious. So I kept having to like try and trellis them up. And I had them in that narrow fabric pot that I made that was only, I think, 6 or 8 inches deep, because it wasn't supposed to get that big. So then like I had 2 of them in there, and I couldn't really even hardly get anything to trellis. They were constantly almost tipping over. It was scary. Yeah. Hey, Gary, how's it going? Everyone's popping in. Someone else's live must be over. Oh, Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I know a lot of the subscriptions and stuff. It was funny because I was getting ready to go live and I noticed that Lead Farmer was live. And I was like, oh great. There's everyone's over there. I was like, oh my God, he has like 780 people in his live right now. And Danny was like, I can't see him. I was messaging her on Facebook and she's like, I can't see that he's live. I was like, yeah, he's live. And so I clicked it again because it about 10 minutes later, I clicked it again to see if maybe he'd quit going live. And by then he was up to like 890 people in his live. I can't even imagine comprehending having that many people in the live. But yeah, she never saw it. Even she tried looking, it never came up on her list of lives. And I noticed sometimes I think it was Scott's live, Rambling with the Brums. I think it was last week. I was like, oh, Scott should be live now. Procrastination, whatever, Thursday or Friday. And like I looked on my list, it wasn't there. I actually had to go to his channel to see if he was live or not. And he was, and it never showed up in my thing. And I don't know why. It's like I go to his lives now and then. And so I don't know. It's just weird. Super weird, super, super weird. So yeah, like what kind of content are you guys? I know. I'm not happy about it. I was original. I picked Thursday because no one else is going live on Thursday. Y'all say hello to Devil Dog. He's getting paranoid. Are people ignoring Devil Dog? Yeah, she said hello to you. And I said hello, Devil Dog, right when you walked in. As soon as you came in, I said, hey, Devil Dog, welcome in. So you better not be talking about me because I did say hi to you. You weren't listening. Or else you're talking about someone else. Oh, we can't get no love from Bougie Pepper either. Come on. There you go. Yeah, you guys are full of it. I'm not falling for it. This picture of Dexter is kind of creeping me out. It's like he's right at my backside. So he tends to you two are like two brother twins that were separated at birth. The goings-ons betwixt the two of you. Yeah, so content, honestly, like this time of year, Christmas. So I have been focusing a lot on Christmas and Christmas decor because of the mini village and stuff. And so I know that's probably not, not a lot of people. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. January, we're going to be starting some seeds. So, again, content is going to be, and it's funny, like in my head, the way, like, just when I say it, it just like starting seeds. It's like bright and crisp and clean. I don't know. That's kind of what the feeling I get from that. Whereas fall, it's kind of more dark. And right now it's like, it feels like dark and kind of heavy and not in a bad way, but like cozy. Whereas January, it's like, I do my yoga, I start my seeds. I don't know. It's just kind of like, it's fresh, I guess, fresh. So, you have not stopped. I'm planting lots of seeds still, getting more started tomorrow, filming all of it. Awesome. Have you done your straw flowers yet? Don't forget, you can sow your straw flowers and your calendula that you don't have yet. I'll get on. I am so bad about mailing stuff out. I need to mail out some stuff. I have some seeds I need to send out for sure. Yeah. Thanks, David. Assuming you're talking about Bella and Nicole. They're awesome. All the pups are cute. Everyone's pups are cute. I love watching them, except for Dexter loves watching them too. And then he gets freaked out and he has to bark at them all. So that can be kind of annoying. The thing is, okay. So the living room, we have the TV, and then there's two windows on either side of the TV that show into the backyard on the second story. And so he loves to look out those windows and look for squirrels and birds and rabbits and whatever else. And then he goes out and he sees something out there. He goes freaking out, barking, runs downstairs. We have to let him outside. Well, the TV is right between the windows. And so he'll hear a dog, he'll hear a cat, he'll hear a rooster, and he'll see it on the TV. And then he'll run downstairs because I don't think he can figure out the difference between TV and the window. Like if I look through this thing with glass, whatever's there is in my backyard. And when I look through this thing with glass, I hope whatever's there is in the backyard, but it's not. Yeah. So that can get kind of annoying. You're trying to relax and watch something, and he sees something and he runs downstairs and he barks, and you have to let him out. The thing in the summer or spring, when the weather's not so bad, as soon as it's above like 45, 50 degrees, we leave the door cracked with the doggy door, and then he can go in and out. But now he can't. So, well, I know Nicole's gonna like that. Wait, Devil Dog, are you the one with all the puppies? Who's the one? Who's the guy that's got like the whole little kit and caboodle of puppies? Oh Lord. No, he has. Oh, the puppies are also okay. I thought so. Yeah. Oh, here's Krubby popping in. Yeah. So, oh, good for you getting all those. I cannot imagine breeding puppies. Like Dexter was almost more than we could handle, and he was 1. Like when we took him home, and I know like they all the puppies I think went in those few days. The breeders were just like, oh my God, like get these out of here, because they had the 2 parents as well, right? And it was her first litter, and she had 6 puppies. So they had 8 dogs, and the mom was 2 and the dad was 2.5, and they were still very frisky, and it was just absolute mayhem. And it was their first litter with pugs. They had bred Dobermans or something previously, and then they'd taken a break. They got married, they had some kids, and they decided they had these 2 pugs, and so they decided to do a litter with the pugs and get back into breeding. And they're like, oh my God, because before, when they were breeding, they didn't have kids, and they were both working full-time jobs, and then they already had the 2, and then they were like, never again. So like after the puppies were gone or whatever, they were both getting fixed. They were like, yeah, absolutely no. Oh, you lost one at a day. That's so sad. Yeah, 7. That was 7 puppies. I remember seeing them on your live. They're so cute. Sorry, I'm going back to the chat. Nikki is collecting milk jugs. Awesome. Oh, yeah, that's a struggle. I did find the sticky yellow things help. I don't know if the hydrogen peroxide ever helped. I tried that. I don't know. I cleaned my potting mix before I used it, which is what's so nice about the soil blocks, is you can just you're not using as much soil when I'm doing, especially the smaller blocks and the other things. So it's actually easier to actually, I think I just threw some of it. I threw it in the microwave last year, some of it, just to kill off anything that was in there. Hey, Simply Jan, how are you? She just slipped right in the back. I missed that. Nicole, do the live stream. Yes, do the live stream. Yeah, but fungus gnats, I just don't think there's any way to absolutely 100% get rid of them. I don't know. But yeah, oh yeah, so Miss Nicole hit her 800 subs this week. Woo woo. Cheer on Nicole. Anyone else have anyone else hit any milestones lately? I think I hit the milestone of least subscribers in a month. I think it was actually like -1 for the month. Why, Nicole? Why? Yeah. I told her if she wants to go live, I'm sure we can get a handful of people to come on up there and check them out. Yeah, no. I couldn't do it. Nope. I like my sleep, and I like not having to clean up that much poop. Oh, that's awesome. It's an even number. There you go. I'm not. I've petered out for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I'm not putting out as much content, and I'm not going. I'm doing live like every other weekish. Um, I don't know. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a slower go. Um, and I guess, I'm not putting out like garden content so much. I got to put out recipes. I see the food channels are the ones that are like going nuts. Those seem to be the ones that are really getting the growing. Dexter's barking about something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, no, I'm sitting. I'm out. Well, mine's 1221. So there we go. Yeah, you flew right past me there, Belly. You got 500 more than I did. Yep. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pull out the stops. I'm gonna have to branch out, I think, and I gotta promote. I've just been kind of coasting. But I was a little bit. I don't want to say burned out, but it was like the season, the growing season, and then all of a sudden it's like I don't have any content, and it's just like what, the push to get that monetization, to get that 1,000 subs, to get those watch hours is so exhausting and so intense for like that 2 or 3 week period that I think, and I've noticed this a lot of with a lot of other channels too. It's like they hit that milestone, and then it's like you just don't hear from them for a little while. It's just like I'm trying to recover. It was a lot. It was very intense. Um, but Gary even talks a lot when he's not talking. That's a talent. Um, yeah, and going live more often. And it was funny because I was thinking, oh, I should go live. Because I didn't go live last Thursday night. We were watching movies instead. And I was thinking of going live on Saturday. I thought, oh, I'll go live Saturday in the morning or whatever. And it's like it was booked solid. Like there were so many lives on Saturday. And I just ended up joining the live. So I was like, okay, well, there goes that. Everyone else is already live. And I was like, okay. But I was gonna try and just do like a pop-up live. So but that didn't happen. The thing is Thursday nights, like my daughter, it's Christmas time, we're watching movies and stuff. And so on some nights she's on the computer playing Roblox and whatever. And then other nights we're watching a movies or we enjoy watching the Hallmark movies and all the Christmas movies and things like that. It's fun. Um, and then just some nights it's just like I'm just like I don't know what to talk about. I'm tired. I'm done. But tonight I needed a break from just how the day was going. It was a disaster. Just like so frustrating. And you started your diet today and you may be a bit more jumpy than normal. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you don't live any closer. I hate being around people that have started diets or are quitting smoking. That's not any fun either. Um, it's like good for you, but do that over there. Yeah. My dad was one of those. He's always on this diet or that diet, and yeah, it would make him he would get very cranky. He gets very hangry. So it was just always like, oh great, what's he doing now? Oh yeah. I'm trying Devil Dog. I can't help myself. These two argue so much back and forth. It's crazy. 65. I think I was over, I can't remember, 110, 115 back in high school um when I tested. But my problem is I'm like my left hand is faster than my right hand. So I'm constantly throwing in like the word it's always TEH every time. I cannot hit that H before I hit the T and the E at the other hand. Just yeah. The reason I learned how to type when I was in grade school because I have such horrible handwriting that I was sick and tired of getting marked down on my reports for penmanship. And I blame it on genetics and the fact that I broke my arm, my right hand, the first like month of grade 3, which is when we learned cursive. And so I had to learn how to write in cursive with my left hand. And it was a disaster. And I just that's my excuse. And it was funny because I had my teacher like took pity on me, and she like came over. She lived across the street, and so she decided she was really going to help me with my penmanship, and she came over and she tried. I tried. The slower I went, the harder I tried, the worse my handwriting got. And then so she was like, "Oh, we're going to get this. You're going to get this." And then I had to bring in a note from home about something, and she looked at my parents' handwriting, and she was like, "Never mind." So she never really marked me down in her class because she knew like I was trying, like I wasn't just being lazy or sloppy. It was just that like I should have been a doctor. My handwriting is just it's terrible. It looks like a third grader. Like it never has progressed past grade 3. It's absolutely terrible. And so my sister, who was 6 years older than me, was in keyboarding class and all of that in high school. And so I just started typing it up on our old desktop at the time and printing out. I was like the only person in class printing out and turning in printed, because this was back in like um, the late 80s. So I was like printing out reports. And then I wasn't losing marks for penmanship, which could be up to 10%. So you could, instead of getting an A, like I could never get that A on it on stuff because of that. So I just learned to type at a very, very young age. And then I worked like my sister worked for my dad doing paperwork and all that. And then I started working doing it too. So um, is that grades? Marks? Marks, grades, yes. So here, okay, I want to ask you this. So here in Canada, okay, growing up for me, if 90% and higher was an A, 80% and higher was a B, 70% and higher was a C, 60% and higher was a D. Here in Canada, 85% or higher is an A. What? Yeah. So here, 85% and higher is an A. And then I think it's like 75 to 85 is a B. I don't know. It's really weird. Why are you Aki? Oh, I was busier taking shop class and playing athletics. I did take a shop class. We only had the one I think offered. I took a weights class, but I focused more on like business management. I took accounting. I took computer programming in high school. I mean, this was all before the internet, but we still had the computers there. You've gone to schools with both of those grading scenarios. Yeah, it's a lot more lenient here, I find. They're grading, and I don't know, there's a lot of things that are just done very differently here in Canada with the schools. Hey, Southern Roots by Sherry. I just had your thing up for a while. Where's my oops? Nope. I was sitting here with this behind me. Plug in the video for tomorrow. It's already uploaded. It's ready to go. It's gonna go 8 a.m. My time. Eastern Standard Time. Oh my god, I get these time zones so messed up. I can never ever keep it. Yeah, the grading system is crazy. 90 to 100 was A, 80 to 9. Yeah. Oh. 75 to 80. Interesting. Yeah, we didn't really have the whole I think it was 60 was a D. And then anything below that was an F, which not that I would have known, but yeah. A USM, it was 95 and above was an A. Oh. Oh my god. Almost an A, buddy. Always trying. Thank you. Oh my God, this video, so many things went wrong in the filming of this video. Thank God for editing. That's all I got to say. Thank God for editing. There are a few outtakes at the end of the video. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just weird. And another thing that's funny with the schooling. So she comes home in grade school and they're learning about, the Revolutionary War. And Canada is still I don't really understand the relationship with England, but they're still connected, right? So my daughter's reading this and she's doing this report on it and I'm looking through the information and I was like, "Wait, what?" Like the whole thing was on the loyalists that fled from the evil Americans back into Canada. They fled from America to Canada when Americans won the war, and they are the loyalists. And I was like, I think you mean the traitors? Like, what? I was like, no, 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 no. So that whole section where she was doing this report on the Revolutionary War and all that, I was just laughing because I was like, they say that history is written by the victors, but apparently not in this case. I was like, they're just making stuff up over here. So I did have to talk to the teacher about it. We were getting a good laugh out of it. So, uh, oh my God, they're complaining. You go to college. What? He can talk however he wants. I've even seen 93 or 91 was A and below 90 or 91 was on. Like, why do they get? Well, you know what? For so long, they weren't even giving letters. They were giving numbers. And then like on their progress report, it's like if they're like progressing while need progress. It's like they're too afraid to give a letter grade because they don't want to discourage kids. Well, okay, but then there's no motivation. Like, what is a motivation for my daughter to work harder and to do better on this test? Because it's not like it's going to matter at the end on her report card. It doesn't show up. So since they've switched to the letter grades in middle school, she is really, really doing really, really well. Yeah, some are pass fail only. And I think some of those like gym class and whatever, as long as you show up, like I get that, but you slept through high school. Pictures or didn't have, I don't know. I am in the yearbook. Oh, well, good. There is a picture. Perfect. Yes, loyal to the queen. Exactly. And so that whole history thing was just funny. And they were, talking about how horrible it was trying to get through because they were on like these convoys up to Canada to leave the US and they were getting, pillaged by the evil Americans. Yeah. He hasn't seen the picture. Oh my goodness, you too. It's turned into a bit of a pissing match over here, I think. Exactly. Like, yeah. I mean, I guess it's nice that there's not as much pressure, but then there's not as much motivation. So I'm really glad to see she's really putting in the work the last couple of years. She's doing really, really well in school. So I'm really happy with that. She's bringing home 100% on her math tests and her history and her science. And so she's doing really, really good. And she even she joined, they had like after school programs you could join. And her first choice was math club. So she's been enjoying that. Yeah. So I'm happy with that. She's not a fan of reading, hates reading, which hurts me to the soul because I love reading, especially at that age. I absolutely loved reading. Let me bring it up. Oh, what? Oh, I can't click on the next comment yet. It hasn't popped up over on StreamYard yet. I'm just not sure why he's quite so defensive tonight. But that's all right. Oh my God. Your wives must just like shut you in the basement and be like, nope, duke it out down there. Duke it out down there, boys. yeah, so there's a few things that are just different with the way they do things, and then like the school, like the semesters, um they only have like 4 periods a day, and then it's like day 1 is these 4, and then day 2 is these 4, and then they swap back and forth. Whereas when I was in school, we had like 7 periods a day. It was the same classes every day. Um, and they were like 40 minutes long. So these classes are, you know, twice as long at least, which makes sense. So you have more time in that class to get the work done. So she doesn't have as much homework, but I don't know. It kind of always throws me off. And my wife likes his wife. Oh, good. But the wives like each other, but they don't like you guys. Fair point. Fair point. Um, yeah. So, I mean, I get not wanting everyone not wanting people to feel left out and all this and that, but it's the participation trophies and stuff is just not pushing anyone to do anything and, try harder or whatever. Good night, Sheppy. Thank you so much for popping in. Hope you stay warm. It's been pretty cold out where you are at, so good luck with that. Yeah, certain parts of Canada are not too warm lately. But oh yeah, so I forgot to mention it. If you want to drop, just type the word link in the chat and it will drop your link. And if you type in the word weather and your city, it will drop your weather. And that's all I've figured out to get Nightbot to do. Yes, you get trophies. They'll be in the mail. Check the mail. They'll be there. Promise. Hopefully they didn't get caught in a customs. Gary's wife's car overheated today and she was 3 miles from home and he would not even pay attention to her. He was busy sorting pennies and he told her he was happy she was in walking distance. Oh no. Oh no. At least it should be fairly warm. You guys are fairly warm still. Yes. Oh, here we go. Dayton, Texas. Temperature 69. Wind blowing 7 miles per hour. Current humidity is 98%. That's gross. I don't think I've ever seen 7 miles an hour. Like that seems really still. Let's see what where our wind is at. He was looking for Canadian penny. Yeah, good luck. They've taken those out of circulation years ago. We haven't had pennies here in Canada in several years. I mean, they're still in circulation, but oh my God, it's only 9 miles an hour? Wow. Normally we're like 30, 40, especially in the winter. Yeah. Yeah, that's ugh. Oh yeah. We have been super foggy some mornings this fall. It's been crazy. And it's probably because we've been really fairly warm. But I mean, there were some you could hardly see, 20 feet ahead of you. It was kind of scary. I told my husband, like, he was driving. I'm like, I hope you can see better than I can because this is concerning. Why do you want Canadian pennies? Why? My husband's sister lives in Dayton. It's about 30 miles, maybe 40. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Rebecca, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? We're having a get together when Gary comes down on the 27th. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Bring your box of wine for that, Nicole. These two are bad enough just typing in a chat. I can't imagine in person. And I did pay attention to her. I said I was happy she was in walking distance, and that would be fun. Oh, and then you have to drag Nicole on a live. Woohoo! Force her on there. Yeah. It's foggy in Alabama. Getting foggier. Yeah. Oh, that should be fun. Good times. Good times. See, you're all making me jealous. Everyone up here in Canada just lives so far apart. They had like the Homestead Canadian Eastern Ontario Homestead meetup this summer, but it was like a 5-hour drive. So, and yeah, that wasn't happening this summer. Yeah, I'll just pop on down to Texas. Yeehaw! That would be so fun. Don't tell the family. He lives 6 hours from you. Yeah. Well, it was just, there's not a ton like, I know Scott, but I don't really know a lot of the other, YouTubers that were gonna be there. Um, and it was not a good time with work and stuff. Then you gotta pay for a room because 'cause I'm not driving that far and not staying. Um, ooh, potluck. Ooh. Maybe Nicole can bring some cabbages that she's growing. Ah, 2 briskets? Okay, now I might come, but I don't know. Hey, LP, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's going good over there. Hope you're doing all right. Apparently we're all gonna meet at Devil Dogs in a little bit. So, oh, that'll be a fun live to watch. The post-Christmas live at Devil Dogs with Belt Loop and Devil Dog live in person together. I don't know. I don't know if the world's ready for the two of them together. You have so many dang cabbages. Oh my God, she planted like, it was like 100 cabbage seedlings or something crazy. I can't remember which one it was that you were pulling out of the little thing and popping them in. Like there was a ton. There was a ton. That was funny. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, everybody. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, it was so nice. Everyone like started popping in again. Like, oh, cabbage and sausage last night. Yum. I love cabbage. I would eat cabbage more and more and more, but the kid doesn't like it. Hubby does, but it makes one of us very gassy. So we don't eat as much cabbage as we could. But we did have sausage. We have sausages that we made and a video that I've never edited for that. It was just a little quick one of them filling the casings, but they're very tasty. So we made a big batch of them and then we put them in the freezer bags. And then every so often he'll pull a bag out with, I don't know, there's like 7 or 8 in there and throw them on the smoker and cook them up. Very good. So we had them the other day. So we had some with breakfast. Actually, I love sausages like that with breakfast with some eggs and toast. Very, very good. Oh, Lord. 2 more, 3 more, but not 1. What's he talking about? Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe you have to hit refresh. Yeah, I see 27. Well, now it's 28 because I hit the thumbs up. I never hit it. Oh, now we're at 29. We're 29. Yeah. Thanks, Belloop. Do what you got to do, buddy. Yeah, it's almost 11 here. Crazy. Crazy. I was getting I was gonna cut off earlier because normally Bland's Promised Land Ranch is on, but they weren't on tonight, so we just kept going. So but yeah, it's almost 11. I gotta go. I gotta pee. If I'm being brutally honest here. I've been consuming liquids. So yeah, I need to do that and I need to go to bed because I gotta get up early to get the kid ready for school tomorrow and all that. So oh my gosh, this has been great. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We covered all kinds of topics tonight. We went seed shopping, we did trivia, we played games, we chatted, we listened to Belt Loop and Gary arguing. Belt Loop is Gary. It's late. Belt Loop and Devil Dog arguing. Yes. No, I know you're having fun. Y'all enjoy each other. 5 more minutes. I have to make 5 more minutes. What do you mean 5 more minutes? How about 3 minutes? Can I go 3 minutes? You want me to go 5 more minutes? You guys are being bossy now. Why 5 minutes? It'll be, oh my gosh, I've been talking for a long time. All right, 5 minutes. 5 minutes? Why? 3 will do. Thank you. Let me just, at least I'll get it to 11. We'll get it to 11. There we go. Good grief. Maybe if you talk to your wife like that, things would be, just saying. Just saying. Because then we can stay 5 more. You guys are incorrigible. Incorrigible. Yeah, so seeds, I don't know. I have to say, and no offense, Nicole, because I know you are loving it right now with your seeds because you had a pretty rough summer. But honestly, it's the first year that I've actually been kind of grateful that I have a winter. I've actually really been enjoying the downtime. Um, I've been doing a lot more sewing, spending time with the kid. It's cold out too, right? Like it's dark at 4:30. And it's just been cozier. We've been doing it's more of a hygge type of feel, and I'm here for it. And I think I needed kind of that downtime and the refresher in order to get more excited about the seeds. Like every other time at this time of year, I'm like, oh, I'm doing seed swaps and I'm organizing all my seeds. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm at the point where I have a ton of seeds already and I don't have that desperate, oh my God, what am I going to plant next year? And I need seeds. Like I have a really nice supply, even though I'm going to be ordering from In My Gardener tonight because of my lovely gift card. Thank you again, David. But yeah, I don't know. I've just really seemed to enjoy this downtime and not the pressure of having to go out and water all the time or weed or check for this or check for that. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my 4 seasons. So I am embracing living in Canada and having a nice full on winter. So I will probably change my mind come spring when it's April and everyone else is planting stuff outside and I have 3 feet of snow. I'm going to be very bitter about it. But for right now, I'm enjoying it. I'm glad you taught her how to change her own tire. I haven't had to do that in a very long time. Oh, get a nice LP. Yeah, have a lot to catch up on, I'm sure. Oh, thank you. 11:01. I can go to bed now. You could not get tomatoes to grow. Oh no. Like you couldn't get the seeds to germinate or you just couldn't get them to keep on going because yeah, my tomatoes didn't do as my peppers actually did better this year than the tomatoes. And I think it's because it's a smaller plant. The indeterminate tomatoes are just they just keep going and they want to just keep growing before they stop and start putting on fruit, which is why I've kind of turned towards the dwarf or the determinate variety. I think especially for my season, it's going to be a better option for me. Yes, you do. Okay, here's the thing. Over like 80 degrees, tomatoes really cut down the production and they're self-pollinating, which means that they have, both the male and female parts in each flower bud. So typically just a light breeze or brushing up against them, they can self-pollinate. But when it gets hot, they quit putting out. I mean, don't we all when it gets too hot? But also the humidity. So if it's too humid, the pollen is sticky and it doesn't fall and do its thing like it's supposed to. So if you're in a very humid climate, especially if it's warm and humid, I would recommend just going in there with a little Q-tip and well, yeah, that too. Yeah, once it gets too hot, it just is not going to do anything. So, but if you have flowers that have set, I would go in and I would just take a Q-tip or a little paintbrush and just kind of go inside and kind of mix it all up, stick to each plant unless you want to cross pollinate. But, yeah, I shake mine too. And, I shake them. You guys had such a crazy, crazy hot summer, but it was probably the heat and, the humidity just makes that pollen just way too sticky and it doesn't self-pollinate. I don't think that the peppers, it's not as sticky I don't know. They don't seem to have as much of a problem with it as the tomatoes do, but I shake them. I go flick, flick, flick on my tomatoes and stuff as I walk by. But if it's super humid, that's just not going to do it. I cannot. My bladder is saying, no, 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 no. But thank you guys so much. You guys, you're going to have to go duke it out somewhere else. I gotta go. I gotta go. You did that too? You know what? It was too blooming hot. Shade cloth, stuff like that, or do what Nicole's doing and, stick to more the summer and the fall. Then if it gets too hot, just start your tomatoes in January and get them out by March, February, March, and hope you get something then, right? So good night. Finally letting everybody leave, and I'm leaving myself. So thanks again for everybody, and I will see you around these streets. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Actually, you'll see me tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. My video is going to drop, and go watch it. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. See you later. No.